Trump's administration sure admires a certain nation, and this adulation makes me terribly scared. There is no refuting how the Russians are recruiting Trump to work for Putin. Be forewarned and prepared. So before we get distracted by this weird bromance, let's examine how they do the Trump and Putin dance. Since his pal Vlad stroked his ego, Trump's enthralled by his new amigo. Look how he's attacked, claims the Russians hacked. Things like basic facts leave him cold. When they say Russians have dirt on ya, he just tells the press, das vidanya, as we try to sort through that spy report and learn that even Trump's showers are gold. He won't let us see his tax returns, which would show how much he owes Russia. I don't know why we can't find a competent 12-year-old kid to hack them. And if this tune sounds familiar, I bet you thought it's the song from Tetris. But if Trump keeps this up, pretty soon it'll be our national anthem. So let's say niet to Russia and say we know they interfered, though Trump admires Putin's attributes like the world's best prostitutes, which itself is a hoot. Their denials are so angry that it seems they doth protest a bit too much. Trump would like us to be clueless even as he's sinking into Putin's clutches. To us and our resistance, we're just getting started, you bet. And we will stand up to and oppose both those gold-plated schmoes. Tell Trump and Putin yet.
That's Lauren Mayer. Lauren Mayer's Comedy Songs. How y'all doing this evening, baby? It's Thursday. It's time to have our family Blue Dot meeting, and boy, howdy shit, don't we have things to talk about. We can sit here and talk about President Panty Waste and his Rose Garden temper tantrum and all that's associated with that. I'm sorry we're a little bit late. Travis was on the phone with Buddy Davis. How you doing, buddy? We was trying to fix a Discord problem. Buddy has been trying to join us on Discord, and he hasn't been able to, and we were trying to work it out, but still haven't done that. Still have a problem, but so it was for good cause. But I want to say hi to Joy Peters, Claudia Garcia, Natalie Palumbo, Dorothy Tyndall, and Jesus Zamora. I seen y'all's name just go by. I tried to trot down a few so I could say hello to everybody checking in. I hope y'all are having a good time. Hello, Randy Curvin. How you all doing? Wendy Ernstein, I'm sorry. Jeez, I don't get my mouth working sometimes. Anyway, yes, I hope y'all all got an opportunity to see Donnie when Speaker Nancy and Chuck Schumer went over there to the White House with a bunch of leadership in the Democratic Party to make a deal on infrastructure, baby. This is infrastructure week. We're just going to get that done. It's a big thing. As a matter of fact, the last meeting, the Democrats had come into the meeting asking for $1 trillion, and Donnie was the one that said, oh, no, that's not enough. I want to bump it up to $2 trillion because it made him look good. You know, look at him. He's a big spender. But then the time came for the showdown, for the meat on the potatoes, baby. Let's see what you got. And he ain't got squat because that whole show that we saw was staged. Everybody knows it was staged. He had the press corps out there. He had the sign already made. He knew he wasn't going to go in there and make a deal. Mick Mulvaney, who is his chief of staff plus other whatever as duties as assigned, he didn't like the deal and thought Donnie had overstepped when he said $2 trillion, and they don't know where they're going to, and they ain't got a plan anyway. It's sort of like their health plan. Just reelect us and we'll tell you something. It may not be true. It may not, be worth a shit, but we'll pull something out of our ass. Just trust us. I don't think so, but I'm getting a kick out of the way Nancy Pelosi is handling it. He just called him out for having a temper tantrum. That's all it is. He's not going to do any of the people's business until all the investigations are stopped. He's throwing a fit. and it's embarrassing. He's fixing to go on a trip to Japan and Europe, and all the foreign leaders are going to be looking at him saying, "Hey, did you see what on TV back home? Yeah, it's a pile of shit," and that's what he's left. And so yeah, he's not going to have any credibility out there on the world stage as he goes out there and spreads his shit around. Everybody knows he's a thief. And Deutsche Bank and Capital One are fixing to prove that for us when they turn over the papers. But baby, there's a lot going on, and man, I'm pumped for it. I'm ready for it. I'm not discouraged at all. The slow walk that Nancy Pelosi is taking on the impeachment, who knows? She's smarter than I am, I'm sure, and maybe she knows what she's doing. I think she's on her way there. She just wants to appear like she's dragging her feet and, well, y'all forced me to and all that shit, because the chant grows ever so loudly all the time for impeachment, because we have proof. We have high crimes and misdemeanors. We have obstruction of justice. Hell, he does it every day on TV. He did it yesterday in the Rose Garden, throwing his little tantrum. Ain't that wonderful? Ain't that the kind of president you want, representing our country, standing up there like an idiot, babbling on about every shit and thing he had to say, and again pausing to let everybody know what a stable genius he is? You know what's coming out of my mouth. Are you shitting me? Don't ever believe it. If somebody's sitting there telling you that they're a stable genius, yeah, they just probably escaped from some mental hospital somewhere, and that's exactly where Donnie should be right now. He's wacko. He's a narcissistic asshole that is consumed with himself. Hello, Dennis Valdez. I see you out there, buddy. Anyway, hope y'all like my shirt. It says, "I'm a grumpy old Navy veteran. My level of sarcasm depends on your level of stupidity." That's an old Navy salt for you, baby. That's the way they live. And anyway, I ramble on. I'm ready for some Blue Dot family members. Who do we got?
Well, before I go any further in the call, we got Dennis in the chat with us tonight. How you doing, Dennis?
Dennis was out there. I saw him.
How's it going there, guys?
Are you fishing? Fair. Are you fishing?
I am not fishing. I caught 6 in a row in about 30 minutes, and they stopped biting. So I figured that was as good as it was going to get.
Yeah, when they quit biting, that means you're going to quit catching. So, yeah, but I've never let that stop me before either. Fishing is fishing. I enjoy
that, and I've got a little surprise in my pocket for a little bit later in the show.
Oh. Yes, please let me know when you want to pull that surprise out so I can make sure we make everything, because this is going to be a big one. So, yeah.
No shit? You know about it and I don't?
Yep.
Well, how you like that shit?
I'm
out of the loop, baby. I don't know what they're talking about. I guess we'll find out at the appropriate time. But Dennis, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Always am. Dennis is one of our moderators, and Jen Morgan and my son Tyler Britovo in the other room is our moderators. At least. Oh, and Sparky.
Yep.
Sparky.
Yeah, no, both of them are not online tonight, so it's just us and Dennis before we get some people here in the call.
Boy, howdy. What do you think, Dennis? What's going on?
There is a lot of just action everywhere. Where do you concentrate on?
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? He's showing his ass this time. He's throwing a tantrum. That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying he's taking his ball. He's going home. So your infrastructure, your prescription medicine bill prices, all of that shit, that could just wait. But what can't wait, I'll tell you what can't wait. You know what can't wait, Dennis?
Lay it on me.
$16 billion for the farmers, baby. He's got to pay them off, baby, because he's killing them. He's out there.
Did you see Grassley got about 400,000 of that?
Oh, no shit. Why? Is he on a farm? Of course he does.
Yes, of course he does. Of course
he does, baby. It's in the... There's ways to make money. That's what I say. A lot of that money's going to corporate farms, going to very wealthy people, and we delve it out to them. And yet we're going to bitch about the poor kid that needs some food, needs food stamps, or needs assistance in some way. Oh, we're going to demonize the hell out of those people. But, oh, look at here. We're just helping these poor millionaires out in hard times. Grassley, are you shitting me? See, that's it, You don't think?
They said he was worth $3.3 million. He was pushing for the farmers' aid just so he can collect.
That's some shit. Yep. That's who our lawmakers are, baby. That's just it's ridiculous. When you stop to think of the ways, and AOC hit on it one time when she was questioning that guy on the House floor about if I was a crook, can I make money being a congressman? Oh, hell yes, you can. And they show it to us every day. And so, yeah, that just falls right in that line. I hope everybody's paying note that, and they're even talking about it on the news, that it seems all the candidates want to have a little video time there with AOC. So tell me that.
I see the filthy mouth liberal waiting to come on in.
Oh, yeah? Get Andy's butt in here. Huh?
Well, I got you found me, didn't you?
Yes, we did, buddy. You can't hide.
Oh, my God. I was just trying to pull you up on my cellularized telephonic device over here.
Oh, you got one of them secret devices?
Yeah, well, one of those damn things. How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Andy. The question is, how are you? How's the...
I'm well. I had to come in here and check.
Well, you had to come in here and check what?
Uh-oh, did we lose everybody?
He's there, I think. He cut out.
Don't be joking around like that shit, Andy. Get your ass back on there. Andy just had heart surgery. He's recuperating from that. Andy Paguda, the filthy mouth liberal. You can find him on Facebook under the filthy mouth liberal, and he uses his voice the same way I do, and I'm proud of him for doing it. I seen Richard Anderson's earlier. Richard did a damn good job. I shared his video. That's good.
I'm just wondering where he went.
Andy?
That's so weird.
Andy, we can't hear you, buddy.
We want to welcome back Velda. Velda, how you doing?
Pretty good.
How are you, Velda? Pretty good.
And how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing fine. Got the smell of fresh cut grass around here. The kids were out there doing the work in the yard and stuff, so Dad could have sit. I was sitting inside babysitting. I have a new.
Oh, I seen your new baby.
Yeah, that's my new baby. That's my new. And I was so tickled to death. I did post up some pictures up on my Facebook page. We found this little kitten, and Mama has come around, but she's not staying around. And so we brought him in, and we have a powdered kitten milk that we mix up in case we come across this situation, which we have before. So we've been taking care of him, but he's taken a liking to our little black and white dog Willie, and Willie's taking a liking to him, so or her, whatever it is over there. We can't tell yet. I don't.
Forgive me, friends. I was experiencing some technical difficulty. I think we made it back.
Yes, I think you did there, Andy. I appreciate it too. Good deal. Yeah, that's what happened to me the other day on my rant. What was it, Monday?
Yeah, I think so.
Technical difficulties. 20 minutes of technical difficulties.
Natalie asked, "What's the name?"
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
I don't know yet. I got one in my head that's kind of running to the forefront, but I don't know. I usually take my time because I want to look at him. He's got the cutest, or he or she, whatever it is. Little black eyes are just looking right at you. He just curls right up and just goes to sleep. But he ate a.
Damn it! I missed something. Are we having a baby?
No, we found a kitten. A new. But this one's a little bit older than the last one we found. It's it's walking around and whatnot, and so yeah, he's even eating canned cat food. Some canned cat food. Mom put a little dab down there to see if he'd taste it, and oh Lord, he went right after it. So things are looking good. But yeah,
man.
Yeah, like I need another cat, Andy. I feed 13 to 15 every morning.
Why not? You're the father of all creatures, great and wonderful.
That's me, baby. That's me. It's funny too because like we got, like say there's 13 cats out there. Yeah, 12 of them are black, and there's one white cat out there, and it looks so funny. He's the only one that came out white out of all these cats that we have around here. They're all either black and white. Black.
And you love every one of them
the same. They got a name. They got Sausage Baby, Skittles.
Bat Cat.
Funny Face.
Yeah,
Funny Face. Oh yeah.
Big head, daddy cat.
Yeah,
the
Daddy
oldest
Man.
one.
Yeah, Daddy Man. He's the oldest guy. Comes around. Yeah, I got a name for everybody. Shit. You know, that's what you do. You name them. Keep them around a little bit. Cowboy hat, Dad. That's me, Natalie.
I normally name mine "Get the hell out of here. You don't belong here. Go away." And those kinds of names.
That's what has been recommended that I should do. I just can't bring myself to do it. You know, it's just like, oh shit, another one. And
now, I'll tell them all that, but I'll still put food out for them.
Yeah. That's you ought to see me and Mama, because Mama's kind of particular. You know, if it was me, there'd be some dry cat food out there. Let everybody just dig in. But nope, Mama's got to bring all them bowls in. And they all get a little bit of dry, and then she opens up canned food and gets a little bit of, wet food in each bowl, and then mixes it up in there. So, yeah, it's a ritual. And then she takes, I carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I carry 5. She carries 6, but I have to have a hand to open the door. And I have to pause until she's right behind me, because the minute I open that door, baby, all them cats are right there. And they're like, right at your feet. I got to shuffle my feet to get out there, put the bowls down. And it just kills me, because I'll put one bowl down, they'll all attack that bowl, and then I'll sit there and put the other bowls down, and nobody's paying any attention to the other bowls that got plenty of food in it. Nope, they're all trying to kill each other over that one bowl. Not kill each other, but they're all trying to shove their head in there. But
they want the one you just put down.
That's the one they
That's
want.
the freshest.
And then Mama puts one bowl up on a little table up there, because Mama Cat gets up there, and she's not the mama to this kitten, but we call her Mama Cat because she's had 2 litters already. But she's the only smart enough one to jump up on that table and look at her like, put one over here, and nobody else jumps up on the table. So she gets a bowl to herself up there. Make your way in this world, I guess. But anyway, Andy, what do you think's going on? Think old Donnie's just about had it?
That son of a bitch is on his way out the door, and I'm trying to figure out a kind way to put this, but
no, let it rip.
There isn't one.
No.
You're right. There isn't one. He's a reality show hack who. I'm not even going to go there, because I don't feel like being quite that vulgar tonight. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll do it for you. I'll quote Donnie. I'll
do that.
I'm fucked. That's what Donnie said. It's right there in that book, baby. Right there in the Mueller report. That's what he said, and that's what he is. It's just taking him longer to figure it out. We all see it. We can all see the handwriting on the wall, how these cracks are happening. The courts are upholding the subpoenas that the Congress has sent out, and we're going to get the records from Deutsche Bank and all this shit. We're going to get New York State tax return, whatever it takes to prove exactly what we all know, and that he's a crook.
We already know he's a goddamn fraud. I mean, that's not a secret by any stretch of the imagination. And now, look at all this stuff coming.
Yeah. And it's just another day in the shit storm that we've had since he took the oath of office. Before that, geez, I look back and I get so pissed off because of all the attention that was given to him when after he tossed his ring in the hat, his hat in the ring, and
all that freedom publicity.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I blame a lot of it on that. They made it him. It was just right out of The Apprentice. Oh, look, he's a fabulous billionaire, just like the intro into his fantasy world on The Apprentice. He's the most powerful, most knowledgeable. He's a stable genius.
How many of you actually believe that cock and bull story to begin with, though?
None of us. Ain't nobody.
None of us believe that shit.
No.
None of us, but...
And none of the other side do either. No, I can't.
All theatrics.
Yeah, it's
Play
all...
the victim.
Yeah.
They're coming for me. They're coming for me.
Yeah. That's the big thing.
I think I heard the word theatrics, and that nails it.
Right there.
Oh,
right
man.
there.
Well, I mean, he's an entertainer when you think about it. I mean, he was in show business for so long. I mean, he's
been in show business ever since he came.
He's
on
a fucking reality show host. How is that show business?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that I agree with it, but in
just,
America, that's what people go for is reality TV and drama.
His whole life in self-promotion. Everything I've ever remember him doing.
He might as well have been Honey fucking Boo Boo.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Or Mama, whatever her name is.
Jesus
Mama
Christ.
June.
Mama June with the teeth all out now because she's on crack or shit. I saw some pictures of that. It was terrible.
I did too. I didn't read the story, but I saw the picture. I went, oh, Lord, we've fallen. That's all it was. He and now we got Howard.
Donnie needs a sugar bear.
Yeah, Donnie needs it. Yeah, I know what Donnie needs.
You're up here in Searcy. You're in Searcy, Arkansas. And Envy's junior year, they had a class, a business class.
Right.
And they had to study some of what, trying to study Trump. His example for running a business. Yeah. My daughter told the teacher, "You've got to be kidding me. He's just a con."
That's all it is. He's not a successful businessman. He's a successful money launderer. That's what he is. He's figured out, how to skim the top of any deal that he gets and screws anybody under it. He has.
That surprised me was that they were using him propping him up as a business example for the kids in school.
That tells you a little something about the business people in that neighborhood.
Yeah, no kidding.
But they buy it. I mean, I can't believe they believe that shit. I believe that they're just so dead set now on, I supported Trump. I voted for Trump. And now what are you going to do? You got to back away from that shit somehow, but you can't do it without looking like you was ignorant.
We told them back then.
Yes, we did.
We told them back then, John, if you put your money on that horse, you're going to lose.
That's it, baby.
And they did it, and lo and behold, here they come out of the woodwork now. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
A little bit too late now, Scooter. You already messed it up.
Yeah, you pretty well shit in the punch bowl, Nobody wants to drink that shit no more. And
they didn't want to listen to us back then, though.
No. A bunch of libtards, buddy. I was too busy wearing my leotards and dancing in the daisy field out back, most of the time. It wasn't until Donnie come along that I got involved.
Yeah, I was shitting rainbows and all that kind of stuff too back in those days.
It's pitiful, I'm telling you. And what we're seeing now is he's only got one hope, and that's tie everything that we're doing up in the courts as long as he can. But I don't think it's going to last as long as Donnie thinks it is, because every argument that he's trying to use is a piece of shit argument. It's not going to hold water.
He's still trying to blame it on Hillary, and he's been in there 2 years, for Christ's sake. I mean, he can't even find a new hook.
They were chanting lock her up the other night up in Pennsylvania. Are you shitting me? That crowd got worked up.
Oh, and this picture that came out about the crowd in Pennsylvania, did you see that one?
No.
About the crowd that was stretched over the hill, a real big crowd of people. We come to find out it was Woodstock.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, it was beautiful. Largest crowd ever, people. In history. Period.
Yeah. In 1960.
Yeah, 1969. What was it? Yeah, 69. Yeah. I wish I was there. I wish that's where I would have been. But
I wish I was still there.
Yeah, don't we all? Life flies by fast, and then next thing you know, Andy, you're old. And everybody knows when you get old, well, you don't know shit. So,
No, that's true. We boomers don't know a damn thing. You know that. We've had proof of that given to us this week. Really?
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
No. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was growing up learning from idiots. I mean, come on.
Not a problem. Drink the freaking Kool-Aid and shut up.
Oh, shit.
We're sorry, Travis. You had to learn so many unlearned people. Is that even a word? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, anyway, it sounds like something y'all would come up with. I mean, fuck.
What?
No.
Did we got
like the IRS leaked paper?
What's that, Belda?
Said I love the IRS leaked paperwork from their attorneys in the IRS saying that they have to return those papers to the House.
Yes. That memo, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I am.
Yes. A little memo there that got leaked out. Seems they think they ought to turn them over. We're going to see them eventually. We're going to see probably the ones from the accounting firm probably before anything else, because that has already gone, I think, to the appeal, and it's already been turned down. So they're going to go to a higher level and try to push it as much as they can. But that company is still under the court order to turn over those things. So we're going to see what happens. But
if there's a chance of even seeing that shit, I hope it's within the next few years, because
few years. I'm looking at a few more weeks.
I'm hoping, but with how everything else has been going, and it's not like I'm losing hope or anything. It's just this should have been over with a long time ago. So
it would be if the Republicans had any decency left in them at all, if they had any integrity left, but they don't.
No.
And they're allowing this shit to go on. The only one that's stood up so far is Amash. Amash.
Yeah.
From Michigan up there, the Republican that said he's committed impeachable offenses, and he has. So the question is, what do we do about it? That's
There should be more. There should be a lot more than just him, though, and that's the waiting game that I'm waiting to see. What's it going to finally take at this point?
Yeah.
I think we're going to get the paperwork from New York faster than we're going to get anything else, though.
Yeah, because New York's motivated. They hate his ass just because he's from New York.
That is the funniest username I've ever seen. Mega Wet Willie. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate it.
Mega Wet Willie. Well, that's an easy one. Mega Wet Willie. That's a good name, man. Mega Wet Willie. Thank you for subscribing, bub. We appreciate that. We appreciate everybody who subscribes or follows or shares and does all that shit just to try to get the message out.
I'm digging that. With a name like that, we need to bring that individual in for an opinion.
I bet he's got one too, because it's there in his name, baby. I do. I enjoy Oddly Wired. There's some really unique names out there on YouTube besides regular names. But,
yeah. I mean, those with regular names, I mean, y'all are just boring. I mean, come on. A regular name?
I know it. Mine, John. It's like, what? Dry toast. God. It's like dry toast.
Yeah, filthy mouth liberal. How many of us are there in the country? Think about it.
No shit. I don't know. Blue Dot in Texas, baby. How'd you come up with yours, Andy? It was natural to you? The filthy mouth liberal?
It was just kind of who you are. It's just kind of who I am, John. I didn't really know anything else to call it because I'm not smart to come up with anything.
I don't know.
I beg to differ to that, but
I think that's an excellent name, and it grabs attention. And you know what you're in for when you go, before you open the door. It's a sign on the door, baby. Read it before you come in. Don't get offended. Go a little crazy every once in a while.
Mom came up with Blue Dot in Texas.
Yeah. My wife's the one that came up with the Blue Dot in Texas.
And I remember her too. We were sitting on the couch. Your video just started taking off, the first one, and it was going up in the hundreds of thousands on Facebook and stuff. And you decided you wanted to do this full time, and we were sitting there trying to think of an identity name, and Mom's just said a Blue Dot. And then it was just like Blue Dot in Texas, and then it was just like that's cool. That's it.
A blue dot in red state. Yeah, it applies to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's not just blue dots in Texas.
And a lot of red C's out there. I'm telling you. But that's how it came about. Now you know the rest of the story.
Ongoing story.
We're almost at. We're getting. I'm starting to check it. It'll be another little while, probably a month, maybe, or whatever. We're getting close to 1 million views on YouTube.
Are we?
Yes, we're at 900. The last time I looked, 932,000. But I know we've gone over.
So I'm checking
maybe somewhere around 935, maybe. But we're inching closer. When we started going over 900,000 views, I started going, oh wow, we're going to hit 1 million. That'll be cool.
Holy crap. Yeah, we're up to 934,921 total views on your YouTube channel. That's incredible.
That's it, baby.
Thank you guys so much for watching. God damn. I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Well, I pay attention. I know.
I believe this can now be called a movement.
I don't know about a movement, baby, but we're trying to move the world for this shit. It's we got no choice in this shit. There's no, I don't have a choice in what I do, Andy. And if you're like me, you don't have a choice in what you're doing. It's going to come out of you. You might as well let everybody know it instead of just your neighbor or some shit. I can yell at them all the time. Shit. I do. I'm sure.
We are what we are, and unfortunately we can't change that.
No, I don't want to either. No.
We got to make it do what it do, baby.
That's it. Do what it do and do it good. And yeah. But how about Rex Tillerson? I just looked down there and seen Rex Tillerson. He met with
interviews tonight. So if I drop in and out, I beg your forgiveness for it.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're coming in good.
We got anybody else in the green room waiting?
Yeah, I'm about to bring some more in.
Yeah.
We were just having a good, solid conversation, so I didn't want to interrupt it.
I just, people wanting to get in.
Yep.
So you do that magic.
Yep. So we want to welcome Bud One Man to the call. How you doing, man?
How you guys all doing?
We're doing fine. How about you?
Doing great. Sitting there having my beer.
Bud Man.
Hello, Bud One Man. I'm having one with you. We're hanging in there like a hare in a biscuit. I hope you're well.
I'm doing great.
Where you at, Bud Man?
Southern California.
Out in California, out on the left coast. That's nice out there. We got a lot of blue dots out in California, baby. How's the weather out there?
God. Yeah, it's not been bad. We've been in the upper 60s mostly here lately.
Oh, that's nice. We've been up in the burn up in hell numbers here lately. It's been hot as shit up in the mid-90s right now.
I'll pass on that. I lived in that stuff for a while.
Yeah, we go straight from winter to burning your ass off. That's it. There's no spring here. We go straight to ooh, it's chilly, to oh shit, you're burning up. But
raised in Missouri, and I know what them summers are like.
Oh man, yeah. We gotta keep our thoughts out there to a lot of people in the midsection of our country. A lot of people got hit with tornadoes, and there's going to be a lot of people under threat tonight. And I understand tomorrow that's
for the next few days the way they talk.
Yeah, they got a bad weather system moving through the center of the country, all the way from West Texas, stretching all the way up into Illinois, as I understand.
Going all the way over to the East Coast.
Man,
run all the way across and stay bad the way they talk.
I saw all that devastation on the TV during the news, and I've seen that kind of devastation down here on the coast. During after a hurricane, but we see that coming for a week. Them tornadoes, baby, they pop up, and that would scare the shit out of me.
Like last night, it was around midnight. Most people were in bed,
Yes, yeah. They interviewed a young couple that would, just woke up and heard some noise and barely made it into their bathroom to close the door before the whole thing went to shit. But they came out, and they're braver than I would. I probably would have been sitting on the side road crying you shit, it scared the crap out of me. But down here on the Gulf Coast, baby, with hurricanes, they forecast that shit. Oh, look at there, man! It's down by Jamaica.
Oh yeah,
a
week before it gets there.
You betcha. I know when to start boarding up, when to pick things up and get ready, and all that stuff. It may not help you, or it might, but depending on how lucky you are when you come through it. My brother and I were talking the other night on the phone, and was going through all the names of the hurricanes that we've been through, and. He's like me. The most memorable hurricane of my life will always be Hurricane Betsy when it hit New Orleans, because it's the only time that I've been in the eye of a hurricane and went outside, and it was just so peaceful. The blue sky, a lot of birds all over the place, man. And they stay in that eye too, baby. They move with it.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, don't get up in that shit. You're gonna get blowed to shit. So, yeah, it was an amazing thing being in the eye of a hurricane.
John, not to change the subject, but I have to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Other than the little incident with the truck, I have to ask you how your visit with Deborah went.
It went real well, and you're going to enjoy yourself. I talked to her today, as a matter of fact. She's still in Arkansas. She's probably watching right now. She is going to be, her next stop will be up at Randy. Randy, I see you there, buddy. She's coming to see Randy Kervin, and I'm sure Randy will roll out the red carpet for her. She's a kick. She's a hoot. Oh, she's got plans for you, Andy. Oh yeah,
I was going to say she may be coming my way. I heard about that.
Yeah, she's going to see Randy Kervin, and after Randy, she is going to go see Leo Sahaki, the Biker Wisdom gentleman that has his ranch, and then on to you. So yeah, we all getting a treat, a little visit from her. And,
I'm going to look forward to that. I really am, and I've been expecting it for some time.
I seen what you're getting, and I can't tell you, but it's pretty neat.
Oh, you mean I'm getting something?
Oh yeah, you're getting something. Yeah, you're getting something. Yeah.
Well, I was slapping the face, big hug. You know, if I get that, I'm good.
You're gonna get that, babe. You're gonna get that. She is a delight to be around, and she's funny. She's got 2 little dogs with her, Cinnamon and Angel, and Cinnamon jumped out of the van the other night in the park and hit a curb and hurt her leg, but she's doing okay. She's doing okay. Healing well, I said. But yeah,
she looks like she's really enjoying this vacation, and that means a lot. I'm glad she's doing that.
You know what impressed me? It's not the first time. I mean, this is not something. Oh, she's gonna make this trip. You know, the first time ever she went anywhere. No, she's done this before. She's traveled before like this, so and she enjoys it. You know, and I asked her, "Where are you going?" Well, I don't know. Wherever I love that answer. Wherever I point the vehicle, I know the general direction of where I got to go, and that's the way I'm going to head. But how I get there, you know, it depended on, you know, what road she took, which is exactly the way I like to travel. I know I'm going west. Don't mean I got to get on 10. As a matter of fact, I've several trips I've made out west Texas. I could have taken the 37 up to San Antonio and picked up 10 and shot right out west. But you miss so much, and besides that, I had made that run so many times that every exit just about. But I would get off on the side roads. I'm trying to think of the Texas highway. I think it's 50 something. It picked up in Uvalde and ended up out in West Texas. But it's a beautiful ride. I enjoyed that thing. I crossed over the Nueces River twice. And both times it was crystal clear, rocks bottom and all that. And you come out here, the Nueces River behind my house. Yeah, it's called a muddy river, baby. You can't see through that stuff. A lot of catfish, but no. You know, it's below the dam, and we just get all the runoff, I guess. But it's still a good river for fishing and whatnot. But yeah. Anyway. What do y'all got going on about politics? Let's talk politics.
Well, I hear Trump's going to be the guest of honor in Japan next week, right?
Yeah. Donnie's going to Japan first.
I feel sorry.
But he said he's going to be the guest of honor.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he is.
Yeah. No. Not to those people. Are you kidding me?
That's what I read today.
They gotta. I imagine they'd rip their hair out every time he comes to visit, just because of how blatantly rude he is.
I know what he's got waiting for him when he comes to England.
So do I. I've seen that.
Yes. We got some Blue Dot friends. Ian McGrath, he's over in Scotland, but we have Blue Dots there in England, in London, and yeah, they're gonna have a few surprises for his ass when he gets. Nobody likes his ass, you know.
Seen the 18-foot statue or whatever it is they got him sitting on the toilet.
Oh no shit! He's got a phone in his hand.
They got one of him sitting on a gold toilet, playing with his Twitter account. Got his "Make America Great" hat on. They said something like 18 feet tall.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Some guy over in England built it. And they're shipping it to London.
You see Can you see the screen?
Well, they can't, or people in the call can't.
Oh.
The stream can see it.
The stream can see it. That's Donnie sitting on a toilet doing his little Twitter business. That's who we have, a Twitter queen. That's the way he regulates everything. You know, when Tillerson came out and said that he was so unprepared when he met with Un and when he met with Putin, you know, that's an understatement, I believe. That's how come Tillerson called him a moron, is because he doesn't care about any of this shit. The only thing Donnie's in this for is his ratings, his income, it's all him. Nothing about the country, nothing about world affairs. There's not a shit-ass thing Donnie's interested in except Donnie. And so if it's not about Donnie, he's just not, he thinks he can wing it.
It goes that way every time. I mean, even today he done it again. Yes. He had some farmers there at the White House, and for $16 million, and they're probably not going to get very much of it.
Yeah.
Not those guys. But then he had some of his staff up there saying how calm he is all the time.
Yeah, they're out there forcing that line that everything's good, nothing's a problem, he's not having a fit. Are you shitting me? We all know he's in there stomping around, throwing a hissy.
Oh, yes. You can see that when he...
Huh? What's that, Velda?
Did you see where Nancy casually mentioned the 25th Amendment?
No, I did not.
She said that she wished somebody would kind of take a hold of him and get a timeout for him because of his anger issues. And somebody in the reporters crowd said something, and she repeated, the 25th Amendment.
He's incompetent.
I guess.
Well, that would take a little help from everybody to get together and decide to throw his ass out. But,
it's really funny.
It's going to be up to us. It's going to be up to us to get his ass out. Trump denies temper tantrum in angry public episode. Are you shitting me? That's the headline.
Yeah, really.
I'm still bracing for it, though, because the moment he gets removed, guess who's in?
But Pence can go right out the door with him, and guess who's in charge? It's going to be Nancy.
That's right, third in line. Kick both those scumbags out, and Nancy's the leader. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I could go for that. It's what should happen right now. Mike Pence, you don't see nothing of him here late.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that's like
you don't see him very much.
They got
anymore.
enough on him. I'm sure they do.
He's trying to get low under the cover too because he's done soiled himself with Donnie. The great
he's
Christian
trying to stay in the closet and it's not working well.
Yeah, it ain't working well. It's coming out, I guess. But yeah, he tries to say so quick.
Turn on him.
Yeah. Oh, Donnie? Or no, Pence. Turn on Donnie. The best thing any of these Republicans could do right now is to turn on him and stand up for the Constitution and the oath that they took. That's what they should be doing. And at some point, I really do think that they will, but it's going to be after all the bullshit comes out, after they're forced to. And that's the sad part, is that we're going to have to force these people to be patriotic and stand up for their damn country, because that's not what they're doing right now.
Republicans that are actually just kind of holding back, that are the decent Republicans, if they step up and start, they could win their elections.
Yes.
But if they keep holding, they're going to be lost. The whole thing's going to be gone.
Yeah, and I'm banking on that. That's how come I said we need to take the presidency, but we need to take the Senate. We need to kick Mitch McConnell's ass out, and the only way to do that is take the majority in the Senate.
Amen.
We got to get rid of McConnell.
Yes, McConnell is.
I think it was $2 million that Mitch McConnell got into campaign funding from just days after he got that put in that aluminum plant in Kentucky.
Smell a rat, do you? Smell a little payola? That's exactly what we're seeing. That's
all the dope they found on his boat.
They're in it for the money.
That was his mother-in-law's boat.
Yeah.
Mother and father-in-law
on his wife's side. Yep. A little family business, shipping cocaine all over the country, or whatever else you want to smuggle in. I'm sure.
I'm sure Donnie's done that too.
Them, because they're all just they're thieves, they're crooks, they've thrown everything they've ever claimed that they believe in out the window. So do I trust them to make a good? No, I don't trust them to make a good deal in anything.
It makes Al Capone look like a choir boy.
No shit. And at some point, that's how come
I'm loving that.
That's how come it's so important to get this shit into the House and get investigations going and get this shit out in the public's view to force those Republican senators and the Republicans in the House to
Where the
turn
hell
on
did
him.
you get that, Johnny?
Huh?
Where the hell did you get that?
What's that?
The thing you just held up on the screen there with.
Wow. Boy, you got a lag. One of our blue dots sent everything around me up here. That's why everything, it's just, I am amazed with the stuff that we have. And this is not even including a lot of stuff, the spread on the bed that I sleep in, my artwork out in the living room that we have, it's all, they're just so precious gifts. But yeah, that was sent to me. I can't remember who right now. I got one over here.
I don't even need them as gifts. I'd just like to know where to buy them.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's I got another one over here with Donnie on his hands and knees. He's got his pants down, and there's a hole over there where I can put my ink pen. So he's on his knees holding my ink pen in his ass. So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
We have some very creative blue dots. Yes, Velda.
It can get some little paper dots that stick on things, write the name on it, and stick it on the bottom of stuff.
Oh, I should. I should have 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. There's some that I remember distinctly who sent them to me, because I've had personal contact with them and whatnot. But who sent me which T-shirt nowadays? There's only a few I can really remember who sent me which one. I got like over 300 of them. I'm so lucky in that respect to have so many people reach out. This one, I think Anthony Robinson. You know him, don't you? Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, the chief?
Yeah.
I call him the chief.
I do.
Yeah. I think he's the one that sent me this one because he's an old Navy chief and old Navy veterans here, grumpy and shit. But our level of sarcasm only rises to your level of stupidity. So how stupid are you depends on how I'm going to treat you. So yeah, that's the way that goes.
I love that one now, too.
I did too. I liked it. Yeah, I'm gonna. Uh-oh, what happened here?
Whitster donated $2 and says, "Love the blue dot messages."
Well, appreciate it, Whitster. We appreciate.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. It's the message that we're sitting out here. We have a lot of conversations. We talk about a lot of stuff. I haven't gone into candidates and stuff like that because I'm going to wait to get into that when they start holding debates. When I see them up on the stages and talking to each other, that's when I'm going to get more probably into, well, who's looking good and who's not. Up until that point, it's an open circus out there, baby, and everybody's welcome under this tent.
The beautiful thing is that there are so many of us who do the same thing. There are so many of us with the same message that we present on a daily basis, but we all know where we all gather, and that is right in front of you, John Britovo.
Oh, I appreciate that, Andy, but no. I'm one of the family members, albeit, like I said on my thing I wrote, probably the one with the biggest mouth. That's fine. Somebody's got to yell loud. But
I never denied you had a big mouth.
Yeah, no, baby. I know I've got it. It's got me in lots of trouble, baby, many, many times. And that's okay, though. As long as you, I'm telling you
we all know from whence our inspiration comes.
Well, I appreciate that, Andy, but I really do. I get my inspiration from all y'all. Like I said, I started this mainly because the day after the inauguration, when I seen the Women's March, that motivated me so much right there. All these women are out in the street, I mean, in Washington, in your face, and we all know why they're there. It made me so proud that I just wanted to lend my voice. And so that truly am. I'm
and
inspired.
Boy, howdy, have you done a job with that.
Well, thank you. But that's what inspires me is this Blue Dot family. And I always say, you don't have to be following John Britovo to be a part of this Blue Dot family. There's people all over this world that are a member of this Blue Dot family and this blue wave that we rose up and everything. And they don't even know my name, but they are common beliefs and common values and everybody trying to go in the right direction. That's what I like to think. It is that makes
and
us,
that's what we do.
and that's
we
what
try
we
to
do,
take
baby.
our message in the same direction.
That's it, baby. Just stand up. Be proud of this shit. Be proud of what
You
our
bet.
side is doing, because we are the guardians of liberty. We are the patriots. I mean, they've always said, well, them libtards, they ain't. Bullshit. Who are being patriots here? Who are the patriots of this country right now? It's damn sure not the Republican side. It's not the conservative side, whatever you want to call it over there, the evangelical side, the whatever the shit side that is. It's not them, baby. It's us. And because we're the ones standing. We're the ones standing up for the Bidens. Huh?
You just got to fess up. You're a hell of a lot prettier than most of us.
Are you shitting me? I'm gorgeous, ain't I? Look at that shit.
You're one.
You can't make a
human
silk
being.
purse out of a sow's ear, baby.
It's the beard.
It's the beard. That's what it is. I'm telling you. If I didn't have this
chicken
beard,
salad
nobody
out
would.
of chicken shit
That's
either. That's
right.
why they're not over here.
Yeah. I get. I swear, this beard has done it though, because on more than one occasion, I've seen women hold the door for me. Like, here's Grandpa. Here, it's like, well, shit. I'm walking as fast as I come, baby.
It would take me 14 years to grow that.
Oh man, I'm amazed at how long it's gotten in 2 years and whatever months it is now.
I don't even have hair on my damn legs, John.
I used to. I don't know. I'm looking down there now. It's like, damn, getting a little light down there. I'm wearing shorts. Not anybody wants to. Yes, I'm wearing shorts, and my legs are white, skinny, and ugly looking. They need some sun, baby. It's summertime. They've been cooped up in pants too long. I wear shorts most of the time in the summer.
Be blinded by the white light.
Yes,
huh?
right now you would be blinded by the white. So
That's it. Come to the light.
Yeah, it's pitiful.
Come to the light.
Marcia even said something about it. You're white. Yeah, no. I need to get some sun on my legs.
Well, I've got a lightning bug on my window.
That's all right. Wait until the end of the summer.
There's got to be something hot about it, though, ladies. Mama keeps him around still.
Yeah, well, she's just used to me. That's what it is. She can't have 42 years. What else are you going to do? She's trained me well. She wouldn't be able to train somebody so good. So.
We don't want to raise children.
Huh? Yes.
We don't want to raise children.
No. Mama don't want no. Mama don't want that. No, Mama's always been. Mama takes care of the house, and I, she hasn't worked, but she's worked her ass off in this house. Is what she's done. She's built a home and she's built a life for us, and I got damn lucky when I found her, and I'm damn lucky that she still puts up with my ass.
What am I seeing? A $2 donation? Who is that?
That was Wister from earlier.
That was
Yeah, I guess you have like a.
Yeah, you got.
I mean,
am I on some serious lag?
Yeah, you got a serious.
Let me refresh this crap.
Well, I don't know if it's you or not, because it could be us streaming out to the internet, because there are times where people will watch. Someone's shooting a gun out there. How about that shit?
Oh, how unusual. Never
Just-
hear that out here.
I'm in North Carolina. We get everything late in North Carolina. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm trying to fix it.
No, you're good. But no, some people will watch the stream and try to talk to us through the stream, but that just doesn't work. Like the direct feed is on Discord, and it's because when we broadcast, it takes a few minutes for YouTube and for Facebook to get the signal and then broadcast it out. It's like actual television, except a lot slower.
I'm speaking with you on Discord, but I get my video from YouTube, and believe me, they ain't G-hawing tonight.
No. You're a few minutes behind us. Yeah, I knew that when you said something about the little Donnie sitting on the toilet there. So, you saw it a little bit after I held it up there.
I saw it probably about an hour and a half after you held it up, but still I saw it.
I don't know if about an hour and a half, but
boy, how the shit. Well, I just looked at top stories. The two top stories there says judges fast track court fight over Trump financial records. That's the headline. The other headline, and this is a story I'm going to read probably, is why America can't solve homelessness. And I'm going to close that because it's distracting.
I had the pleasure of visiting a homeless shelter for dinner a little while ago.
Oh, did you?
My nephew is in one.
Oh,
He is at a place in Shelby, North Carolina called Cleveland County Rescue Mission.
Wow.
And I went over. Today's his birthday.
Oh,
and he called me and he says, "How about he said, how about having dinner with me?" Okay, sure, no problem. I'll be glad to come over there. And I went over and I had dinner with Stephen, and these were some of the best people. Now, they didn't have shit for meals over here, though. They had turkey and rice and gravy and green peas, ice cream, whatever you wanted. They had it over there.
Right.
And I had to leave I had to leave a little donation before I left because I thought they were doing such great work, and I volunteered to work there during my time.
Outstanding.
That's great.
Outstanding, Andy.
These people treat these people. Now, Stephen, I'll give you, Stephen had a drug problem, and he's in recovery, and he's doing well. And this is probably the 6th or 7th shelter that he's been in since I found out he'd had these experiences.
It's a rough road for somebody who's an addict
or has we've problems. All been there in some form or another. Lord knows I have.
I've been there.
These people did so well with him. I walked out of there feeling like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
And I had to do something.
Bless your heart for it. And on that note, I want to thank Deanna Mallory. Is that right?
Yep, you got it.
She just donated $10 through Super Chat and says, for some
spray. Hang on, sorry, I'll read that for you. For some spray tan for your legs, just don't get orange.
Don't get orange. A little spray tan there. So Mama won't be so embarrassed.
Oh, God, that just made my night. Thank you so much.
I love you, man.
Thank you. We really appreciate that, Melanie.
Fantastic.
I will make sure myself he gets spray tan.
But
I wasn't late getting that one either. It shocked the hell out of me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, thank you for that charity from you, and also from Andy for helping out in his way at the homeless shelter. And I want to give a shout out because I know somebody that does that, and that's Candy Guidry. She's the main admin over there in John Bridevo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. She takes care of the little pantry up there in, I think it's Sherwood, Arkansas. It's in Arkansas.
Sherwood, yeah. Is that cool or what?
That is cool. I see her post pictures sometimes of all the little packages of food that she puts together, and they go out and put it in these little pantries where if you're homeless and hungry, open the pantry and get you something to eat, baby. That's I'm proud of her for that. And the margarita every Wednesday.
You don't have to sign a paper. You don't have to do anything except get what you want.
Get what you need, baby. And that is it's so commendable in those kind of actions that people take in your donation tonight to that homeless shelter is that's what it takes, baby, because a lot of the help is not coming from the top as it should.
Those people aren't any different than we are.
No,
they just happen to be in a little bit of a different situation. They're great people.
Don't think that hasn't crossed my mind. I've made no doubt about it. I'm going to fight for this house. And it's a scary ass fight because it crosses my mind all the time. What if I lose this fight? What is plan B? Well, plan B is shit. I ain't got a plan B. There's nothing, and if I lose this house, where would I go? Now I get all sorts of little shit in my head when I'm looking down the street and go, oh, look at there, a piece of plywood. I could make one wall out of that. Like strange shit that goes through your head. And for a lot of us, we're not that far away from that situation. That's scary as hell.
No.
And there's
some
so
of
many.
Us are only a paycheck away from detriment.
That's
we really
exactly where that's where I am. If I miss one, baby, I'm in trouble. Miss two, and I'm gone. And that's a lot of people are in that boat. And that's what we're fighting to change. That's where so many of our young progressive Democrats that just recently entered into the House, like AOC, have in their mind. It's the working people down here for years and generations. They've been getting screwed, baby, as we watch the upper crust get more and more, and the people down here at the bottom getting less and less. To where
the experience I had tonight was something that I've never had.
It affects everything, baby. If you don't have an address,
it affected a whole lot.
Think of that. No job. Who's going to hire you? Besides the day labor place down there that you're going to make a few bucks working. you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's you're faced with some hard choices, but you do what you got to do, and thank goodness there's places like that shelter that he could go to, because think if it's not, then he's out on
Yeah.
the street, you know, and we see too many out
And
there.
his own father is 40 miles down the road and won't even come visit him on his birthday.
Yeah.
And that really burned my biscuits. It really did.
Yeah, there's some personal shit going on there that, you know.
There has to be, but there's no excuse for it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no.
The kid needed somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
And he knew I lived in this town.
yeah.
And so he called me, and I was honored to receive that phone call.
I'm telling you, it would make me feel good if somebody reached out to me like that. Hell yes. If you're within reach of me, I'm going, baby. It's you know, I've been helped so many times by this Blue Dot family, but you know, the donations we get, just like on Super Chat or through the Patreon, and it really
I'll
is.
tell you what.
It's paying the bills right now. That's what's keeping us going. But
You can see the kid if you go to my personal Facebook page. I put a picture of the kid up there tonight.
I'll go take a pic.
And said that I had dinner with him, and I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that.
And I'm proud that
And
you
he's
are
very
proud
proud
of
of what we do too.
we're all gonna be proud of each other here. But no, that's what it takes. And like Candy, taking that time out to do the homeless pantry like that, the little pantry stuff like that. There's so many of our Blue Dots. Dennis Gent, who we lost, was a kind soul. He was a Blue Dot out in Arizona, and man, the guy was just, he was collecting shoes for the homeless. He was always involved in that, and it just broke my heart when he passed. And you know, I've had the pure joy of knowing some of these people in our Blue Dot family that have done that go the extra effort, that make that commitment to try to make things better in the area that they live in. And you know, that just, you know,
It starts in the communities, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, got to take care of each other one way or another.
I should have wrote it down. One of our Gary Ferenz up in, man, I want to say up near Boston or New York, somewhere. I forgot. Gary sent me a shirt, and it says a proud vet who kneels for those not here to stand, and I wear it on special occasions. And he got into politics. He decided to run. And he won in his borough. It was a small area, and he wrote to me and he told me there was not that many voters, but he won to be on the ballot. So he'll be the Democrat in his borough, running for, God dog it, I forgot, I didn't write it down. But Gary, if you're out there listening, buddy, proud of you, man. That's a hell of a step, jumping right into politics. And Gary has not done that before, and was motivated by the same reasons a lot of us are motivated. We see what's going on, and we see an opportunity to be able to do whatever you can.
Please excuse Alexa, people. She's telling me I got to wake Mama up. I'll be back in just a minute.
All right, go wake Mama up. Don't want you to get in trouble.
John, there's enough homes in the United States that there should be that are just lying vacant.
Yes, we
Be
see.
homeless.
We see that here, and I bet everybody listening in their city here in the States see that buildings that are just going to waste, that, you know, are
In
just,
my little town of 123 people, there are 3 houses that are vacant.
well, you know, when we start looking at what we could do instead of what we are doing, especially when you throw in something like the CEO of an insurance company or of a defense contractor, and you're looking at, this guy's getting between 50 and 100 million a year. That's what's wrong. Do you know how much money what that could do if we started turning the resources that we do have towards the people? And I want to say thanks to Mick. I can't read that. You're gonna have to do that.
You need glasses. We need to get you glasses. Mikawani, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, donated $2 through Super Chat. Small business incubators by and for the community.
Yes, small business. Smart. If you've got the opportunity to support a small business, do so. I used to be one, and you know, it's hard enough to compete with a big chain store or something like that, but there's a lot of individuals that make a lot of products that are just unbelievable, and you can find them in small shops all across the country, whether it be something made out of leather. Leo Sahaki does some wonderful work with leather. You know, the guy that sent me beer, somebody makes beer. You know, it's if you find your passion in life, and usually the product is exceptional.
Yeah, so support
like my
small
belt
businesses.
buckles.
Yes,
like my belt buckles.
Thank you again, Mikawani. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a quick shout out to a comment that I saw earlier from Rose Taylor. I can only imagine this is quite a bit of a conundrum, but she said she's a blue dot living in a red house.
That's rough.
Ooh, that's rough.
That's rough.
That's rough.
Yeah, I'd be getting the stink eye from everybody every day. Well, Rose, I'm sorry about that, darling. Just smile and know that you're going to be the winner at the end of this shit, baby. Because you know, that's what I take pleasure in. You know, and I have neighbors down the street that know what I do, and every time like the stock market's way up, hey, it's really doing great around. They'll chime that in.
Yeah, because it benefits them.
Yeah, it benefits them much, but
they're the part of the 1%. I mean,
no, they're not that high. Baby.
Well, not that high, but they think
way
they're
above
that
my
high.
ladder. But and I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. We can't all be rich. Nobody wants to be rich. Everybody just wants to be able to survive with their family, and that's getting into that. What we could do with the money that we have in this country. When you hear the billions and billions of money, that is spent on everything else, that we can't start taking some of that to improve things in this country. But we're not going to get that done, and that was evidently just laid it right out on the floor, because Donnie's not going to do squat. He's not going to do infrastructure. He's not going to do that prescription bill that's coming up. He just doesn't want to do squat no more. So progress is on hold for the next 2 years, I guess. But not 2 years, but it seems like it's two ever. I'm ready to get his ass out of there. I'm sick of seeing him every day. I'm sick of watching him in the Rose Garden come out there and call himself a stable genius. Are you shitting me? Who does that crap? Nobody.
I will not watch him on TV. I will turn it off, or I'll leave him.
Yes.
I don't watch him. I have to watch the clips of it to get the gist of what he says.
Those short clips I can live with.
I can't even watch him when I go take a shit in the morning. It doesn't make right.
I was watching him this morning, right?
Uh-huh.
And I go, he's so full of bullshit, and I got censored on ABC.
Are you shitting me? He is
No,
so
I'm
full
not.
of shit.
I got it.
It's pitiful. It's sad, because that little tantrum that he thrown out there, it was all staged. Everything was set up for him. It just shows, he's in this for the ratings. That's it. He's in it for the name recognition, the fame, the glory. I am a president, and it's a disgrace to the rest of this country. And I'm with Jorge Tirebiter. I have Trump fatigue, baby. I'm tired of this shit.
I think we all do.
Where's Jorge tonight?
I don't know. He's in the comments.
He said he was. I think I saw a comment go by. He came in a little late tonight because he had an entire Biter family meeting.
Oh, did he have a family meeting? Old Farts Club, or the Old Farts reunion? I like his shit. He always posts funny
I want to
shit
be a
on
part
his
of that group.
I know it. Me too. I've seen the people that go over there and jam. Travis would fit right in. Travis could pick up his guitar and play.
Oh yeah.
God, you're giving me too much credit there.
Well, I like it. The drum guys back there on drums, they had a whole band up there, man. Are you shitting me?
That's
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
Take much
Sit around the
video to
campfire
pick up
and play
guitar.
music, baby. That's the life to me. Shit, can't get better than that. Anyway, what Dennis? I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
On Rachel, that Mueller wants to testify in private.
Mueller?
He doesn't want to make a spectacle of it as a public hearing.
I want a spectacle. I do.
Yeah,
but I'm okay with him going behind closed doors, because there might.
They got
be
Nader's on Rachel right now talking about it.
Oh, is that right?
I can't hear it. I can't hear it, but I just seen the little banner on.
I like Rachel Maddow. She's always hot. She's always got something to chase after.
She really gets into that stuff, doesn't
Yes, she does. She's smart, and she keeps everybody informed.
Day one.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Oh, I got to read this. Our rescue kitten Jeremy just woke up. He's sitting next to the speaker and pawing at it. Ah, ow. Well, tell him to back up a little bit. Jeremy is Natalie's little rescue kitten. She posted a picture of him on Facebook there. She's rescuing a little kitten she found up in New York City, and ain't that sweet. So, Natalie, you're doing a great job there. Kitty looks very happy. So, yeah. We're a bunch of cat lovers, animal lovers, all that stuff. We, a bunch of softy libtards, bleeding heart liberals. You know how we are. That's me, baby.
Tree huggers.
That's me.
We're tree huggers.
Tree huggers. Give me a tree. I'll hug that tree. I've seen some trees up there.
Hey, is Dennis in here?
Dennis.
Dennis?
I'm not hearing him.
What's up?
Is
There
it
he is.
time?
Oh, that's right.
Just
Y'all
about.
got some.
Just about.
Oh.
Okay, just
What, is
keep
it in
me-
the oven or what? The timer hasn't gone off? What's going on here?
Couple minutes.
Couple
Yeah,
more minutes.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure because I looked in the green room.
Hi,
so.
Donna Bonacosi. I see you, baby.
What the hell are you baking brownies, Dennis?
I think they're doing something. They're baking something up.
Oh, I ain't doing
Oh.
anything. I just know what's up.
You don't have a finger in this pie?
No.
You're just knowledgeable of it.
Nobody will tell me anything. Gee whiz. I don't even see
I don't
Donna.
know
Where's
shit.
she at?
I don't see shit. Nobody's. Where's who?
Somebody said Donna was there. I don't see her.
Where's Donna?
Looks like a
No,
Facebook
I was
chat.
saying hi to Donna Bonacosi. I just saw her name go by in the
That's
comments.
who I was talking about. You must see her on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
on Facebook. She just made a comment, hi, John, and put a heart and a blue dot. Yes, Donna's one of the people I talked to on the phone. Oh, Stephanie Dean. Oh, shit. Hi, Stephanie. A little late on this conversation, but I was looking at my friend's video. I'm sorry. She moved into a tiny house. Oh, I love them things. And 32-year-old husband. I can't read the rest of it.
Hang on, I'll read it to you.
Okay.
She writes, a little late on this conversation, but I was looking for my friend's video. She moved into a tiny house after her 32-year-old husband died of cancer.
Oh,
Check out her video when you get the chance.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll make a note of that
Yeah.
and
We'll check that out.
over to you.
I encourage
Well,
Travis.
Stephanie has honored me in a way that I never thought she would. I don't know if she made you guys aware of this or not.
What's that?
But Stephanie and Jay have asked me to officiate their wedding.
Oh, are you shitting me? I love it. I love you. You're gonna
Kid
do
you
it, right?
Not.
You're gonna do it?
You better believe I'm going to
Bet
do
your
it.
ass, baby. I love it. I love it. Stephanie and Jay are gonna get married and get married by the filthy mouth liberal. I love this shit.
How about that shit?
Donna Bonacosi says she wants a little house too. I do. Marcia does. Mama does, doesn't she?
They may not have ordered that made public yet, but oh well, it happened.
Where's the wedding gonna be?
It's going to be in Florida.
In Florida, so you get to make a road trip. Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be in Florida, and I'm going to have to walk from North Carolina, but I'll make it.
No shit. Better go leave tomorrow, baby. You'll get it. You'll be in prime health by the time you get there. Or
Well, Amy just told me she'd
one of
buy
the
me a
two, Andy.
bicycle.
And don't take the latter. We don't want
Yeah,
that
Amy
shit.
just said she'd buy me a bike, so I'm good.
There you
It's
go.
all
There you
downhill
go.
from here.
Yeah, just get coast. You'll coast.
Riding that hill back.
Yes. They've been an item for a while, Jay. Well, yep. They need to get married. He was in the doghouse the other day. He puts his stuff on Facebook too. But I guess he's out. Buddy, I can't tell you how many times I've been in the doghouse.
Well, marital counseling is free, by the way, when you hire certain officiants, so that's not an issue.
Yeah. Well, I was told one time, how to stay out of the doghouse? Don't build one.
Oh.
But I can't keep the
that's it.
freaking hammer out of my hand. Sometimes I just get to whacking and building the doghouse, baby. 42 years. You don't think I've been in the doghouse a few times? Yeah, I've been there a few times, baby. But it made us stronger every time we came through it. And that's what this is going to do, baby. That's what this is going to do to our country. That's what's doing to our side. All this bullshit that's coming, it's going to make us stronger. They say it all the time. What don't kill you makes you stronger. That's what they say. Well, shit, we ought to be tough as nails by the time this shit's over with. But we are.
You better believe
There are more woke people right now. That's the new term they have. People are woke.
And maybe I should or maybe I shouldn't have brought that up, but it still thrills me to this moment, and I had to share it.
Oh, what?
If nobody else has.
About officiating the wedding?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Hell, we should all come to the wedding. I wish.
You know what? That would be one hell of an idea.
Wouldn't it be if all the Blue Dots come together and just to watch them get married?
There you go, Jay. You hear this, don't you?
Who don't want a trip to Florida anyway?
This popped up a second ago, by the way.
Okay.
We got talking about the wedding and got distracted.
Mega Wet Willie. Mega Wet Willie again.
Donated $5.
$5, buddy. Man, generous of you tonight, buddy. I appreciate the hell out of that. Every dollar mounts up, baby. I'm telling you. It's, and I'm not telling anybody that we don't all know. But that little bit goes a long way nowadays. But we appreciate that, Wet Willie. Mega Wet Willie.
Yeah, it's Mega Wet
Mega
Willie.
Wet Willie. Not just a Wet Willie. No, baby. We're talking about a mega.
What he's doing over there to get mega wet.
Keep after it, buddy. Keep after it. Hi, Monica. How you doing? I see Monica Burns out there. And I seen Val Wood go by a little while ago, too. So I know she's out there. I'm just happy about that shit. But, yeah. Baby, this is going to make us stronger. As a party, as a people, I believe
everything we do and every minute of every day, every time we get together, everything makes us just that much stronger.
Yeah, I feel better about doing this every day I do it, because I feel like I'm going in that direction. I'm doing something, running my mouth might not be much, but it is to me, and just keeping that going all the time.
You have that trickle down effect on people.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to come up. We're going to try to come up with an idea so we can have a page that we can all post to. Me, you, Leo, Richard, Randy, all of us. Have one central place where all the videos pop out. We're working on it. Got another iron in the fire.
It's nothing like an official thing. It's more like some sort of hub. Like we're trying to come up with an idea where another place where people can share their rants and.
That sounds like a convention where we should all get together and discuss this kind of thing. Say like Vegas or something.
That sounds like an idea. Yeah, let's go to Vegas, baby. We'll come up with an idea. It might not be a good one, but we'll come up with lots of ideas, baby.
Dennis, are we ready?
Oh,
sir.
Alrighty, hang on really quick here.
All right, wait a minute. We're all going to get a surprise something here.
Okay, I'm going to bring her in, and I want you to introduce Dennis.
Go ahead. This is your show.
No, this is on you now.
Oh, it's all on you, buddy. Who are you bringing in, and what's up?
All right, here we go.
Okay. All right. Well, this is my 17-year-old daughter, Destiny.
Destiny.
Hey.
Hello, Destiny.
Hello.
How are you, dear?
I'm all right.
You are so much prettier than your father.
Yeah, I haven't even seen you yet,
yes.
and I know
I
that.
I know. Thank you. I know I'm prettier than.
Well,
don't y'all Josh Dennis that much. Dennis is really pretty. Y'all leave my Dennis alone. Goddamn it.
well,
Yes.
well,
Dennis is very pretty.
There we go.
But he's not as pretty as me, is he? Is he? You're hesitating.
No.
Okay.
You're giving me Harry Potter vibes.
He's Harry Potter vibes. Oh man. Well, I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
my son's
I love
laughing
Harry
as
Potter.
Oh well, then I'm taking it as a good thing, baby. I'm taking it as a good thing. Thank you. I think very highly of your daddy. He has stepped in and uses his voice not only here, but privately with me on the phone and whatnot, and collaborating with him. What do you think your dad's voice in all of this?
To be honest with you, I think my dad is the most intelligent person I've met. Like, he just has realistic views, and he just kind of knows what's good for everyone.
That is outstanding. And you? Are you interested in politics or?
I'm not really big on politics, but I do have my opinions on everything.
Well, sure. You should.
We like your opinions too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Destiny, you and I are probably alike on that regard. I mean, I kind of have to be into the politics world, but honestly, I'd rather not. Of course, I pay attention to the issues, but because we all know somebody who's getting affected by all this stuff as is, but I'm just kind of always surrounded by politics. That's just how it's been since I was younger. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, but it's not for everybody to pay attention
all his
to.
mom and daddy ever listened to.
But the thing is the fact that you're paying attention to the issues. That's the most important thing anyway.
It's better to keep your eye on the issues rather than the politics. The issues is what matters. The politics is how we get there, and that gets to be real messy. And but I'm just so glad to hear a young voice that's staying involved and knowledgeable of the things that are going on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not. I don't really act my age. I act a little older than I usually am, so I do care more about what's going on.
Well, I'm just tickled to death with that, and that's what we really need from all of our young, because they're not that young anymore. And how old? You're 17, Destiny?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, when I was 17, well, let's don't go there. It wasn't a good story when I was 17, but yeah, it's. I wished I would have been involved earlier in my life, knowledgeable about what was going on. Not that I wasn't, but on the outer fringes of it. But at a certain point in my life, then politics and became the novel that I keep reading. Because the story changes all the time. There's gloom and doom. There's excitement. There's disasters. There's everything in this stuff. And when you look at it, and that's the way I look at it. It's a novel, that keeps getting written every day, and it's going to continue to be written till I die, and continue after that. Somebody else will read it. But we are the ink and the pen, baby. That's what I always tell people. We are the ink and the pen that writes this story. It's up to us what goes in the book. We make the decisions. And
yeah, I feel like our generation is kind of where we're going in the future, and I feel like not enough people care that are in my generation and younger generations as well. I don't know. I just feel like none of us.
What are you? What?
But
Destiny,
you do care, Destiny.
Yeah.
You do care, and you can take that caring that you have and spread it among all your friends, and let them spread it among all their friends, and it will grow from there, and it will become exponential, and you won't believe it.
Yeah.
Denise,
oh yeah.
I would love to hear what you would like to see administration, because you're going to be on the cusp of voting soon. So, what would you like to see as far as what the agenda is that you and your friends would like to see?
Yeah. What are the most pressing issues on you? A lot of younger the climate change is the big
You're our
issue.
future, honey.
Yeah.
That is true. A lot of people care about climate control, but I mean it is an issue, but it's not my top priority. But in my school, not many people really care about anything. They just care about like social media and stuff.
Right. Who's on Facebook or Twitter?
But for me, a big thing for me right now is the pro-life or pro-choice.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. That's a big issue.
That makes me mad. Yes.
Well, as a woman, it should make you mad. It should make you mad.
And healthcare as well, because I'm Hispanic and I'm getting screwed.
You cut out on me. I heard I'm Hispanic and then you dropped.
I said I'm Hispanic and I'm getting screwed over.
Yes, baby. Well, we're a lot of us
You are.
Yes. And healthcare is just one of the issues, but it's one of the biggest, baby, because it's it's going to affect all of us. And as we get older, a lot of us can attest. When you get older, a lot more shit happens. But I also am well aware of so many things that can affect younger people, and it should not matter how much money you have, whether or not you get the health care and the care that you need in this country. whether it be
I agree.
healthcare or the homeless situation or the poverty level. These are things that we should all work together as a country, and that takes the involvement of all of us. But it's going to be a generational change, and that means that you, Destiny, being 17 now, probably when you're 25 or 30, you're going to look back at this and say, well, it's funny. I talked to a bunch of old people a long time ago, and they said the same thing or something like that. These things are generational changes in the fact that it's going to take a long time to change to the climate itself, to reverse the damage we've done here, to move away from a capitalistic healthcare system and move into a system of healthcare. That's going to take a long time, and I hope that you get to see it. But that's what we need to fight for now, because Obamacare was great, the ACA was great, but it was a start, baby. It was a start, and we can't turn back. The Republicans are trying to kill the ACA any way they can.
And guys, if you don't mind for just a minute, I don't want to steal any thunder from Destiny by any stretch of the imagination, but I have to check out. The drugs are kicking in, and that means it's time for me to go to bed.
Oh.
Dennis, thank you so much for bringing her along, and we're proud to have her. And you guys, please continue after I'm finished. But I just wanted to step in a minute and say goodbye to everybody, and hopefully we'll do this again real soon.
Andy, come in anytime, baby. Anytime, and I appreciate you.
Thanks, Andy.
I appreciate you coming by, Andy, and anytime you want to come in, you're welcome, buddy. And Andy Pagoda on Facebook, look him up. He's a Filthy Mouth Liberal, and you can find him, and Andy's always got something to say. So tune in and
I like
get
that
him.
name.
Yes, I do too.
I like that name.
It's Filthy Mouth Liberal. He's a good guy. Andy's a great guy, and Andy's just gone through heart surgery and things like that, and so yeah, healthcare is a big issue amongst all of us. It needs to be, because it shouldn't be dependent on the money. It should depend on our morality.
It really shouldn't, but Republicans just think that everything is about money.
No, well, everything's got a price. That's what they're trying to do right now, is to reverse the ACA, which reverses the pre-existing condition clause, the 26-year-old clause, all that stuff that the ACA gave us. It would all be wiped out again, and we would be right back to paying insurance companies whatever premium they want, and then they would decide what they would cover, what they're not going to cover, and all that stuff, or put a lifetime cap on this, or it's ridiculous when you're talking about people's health.
Many people lost their lives because of it.
Yes. I had a family member, and all these years later, a lot of us still think he died because he didn't have insurance. He had money, just didn't have insurance, and he sat in a waiting room waiting. And that's a pitiful story. But it's I have another family member right now. We're tickled to death. One of our family members has moved into the number one slot for a heart transplant, and he has been fighting this just holding on for years and years. 3 years that I just being bumped up, and if you're on a transplant list and you get the flu, or you get any sickness at all, well, that you can't be on the list. You're not an optional. You're not an option for a transplant as long as you have a disease or something, or a sickness with you. And so it has been a roller coaster ride for him. And but we just found out that he's number one on the list now, and Lord, everybody's hoping he don't get a cold, a sneeze, or anything. Just stay healthy, and maybe he'll get the heart that he needs. But it has been a long, hard road for him because of the fact that he has had, with his heart condition and in several other things that he's got wrong with him, you have to maintain that job to maintain that insurance, and that is at times has been a heavy price to pay to keep yourself from dying. There's people in this world that are never going to have to worry about that have so much money. They got a private doctor sitting out. They probably have them on staff in their mansion somewhere. They're not going to worry about their health issues. But the rest of us out here, you not only worry about your health issues, but your financial issues after something happens. And so many times we have people in this country that have gone financially broke, lost their house and shit like that because they couldn't pay the medical bills. And it can ruin a family. And that's what's wrong with a capitalist system in healthcare. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be.
Thank you, Nixon.
Hmm?
Said thank you, Nixon.
Yeah, no shit. But Destiny, your generation, maybe y'all are going to be the ones to see the major change. I hope the future that we're all dreaming about. I hope you get to see.
I hope so too.
It's kind of interesting being in the middle of this because, I mean, not that there's too much of a generation gap, but I'm about to be 28. And
old?
No, I'm not thinking I'm old, but it's more like...
Yeah, you're old.
Well, I'm getting there.
Hair's going to go pretty soon.
Well, no, what I'm getting at is I'm kind of afraid I'm not going to see some of these changes that I was hoping for. Because, like, every day that continues to play out and we're not making these changes. Like, right now, like, I've had a conversation with Mom about the whole there's a situation going on in Alabama with their really strict laws on abortion. These are just not conversations we should be having in this generation. This should not be a conversation, period. Taking care of the environment should be a no-brainer. There's a lot of, we're still bashing people of the LGBT community, for what? Being human, being dictated.
How dare them?
Yeah. Being, using old, and I'm not going to try to, when I say this, I'm not shitting on religion. I'm just saying that a lot of these people base their opinions on ancient philosophy. And, I'm kind of afraid at this point, I won't see the change. So when you say things like, your peers at school and stuff, they're not interested. I'm very well aware of that as well, because a lot of my friends, though I love them to death, this stuff is too stressful to look into. And some of them, it matters to them. Thankfully, they vote. That's the most important thing at the end of the day, as long as you vote, whatever, but again, the fact that you, like you said yourself, you act older than you are, and the fact that you pay attention, I just want you to know that I wish there was more people like you out there, because
oh, thank you.
Well, that's what we need. It's like those kids that took charge after the Parkland shooting.
That's just amazing. Yes, there is a big movement of the young that have decided to use their voice and step up and form marches and try to change opinion and change the laws, baby. And who better than our young that are getting shot up in schools to demand gun legislation? It's just getting pitiful. But Mitch McConnell's not about to bring anything up on the floor of the Senate. He's locked it down. We're not getting squat. The same way Donnie says he's not going to deal with us. That's the way they do. If they don't get what they want, they shut it down. They did that to Obama, and, ever since Obama's second term, it was just shut down from there. Obama didn't get squat after that, and not even the Supreme Court pick that he should have had. But that's what they do. They obstruct and they just stall, and then they steal and then they cheat. I've had it with trying to be, reach out to that side in the manner that they some people think I should. I'm under, and excuse my language here, Destiny, but I want to shove it up their butt, just the way they shove the tax cut up our butt.
It's worse at my school.
I was about to say, shove it up their butt. That's pretty tame of you. So.
Trying to clean it up here a little bit.
Oh no, she's no stranger to the curse words.
But
I get upset a lot.
I'm just tickled to death that you're not involved, and I like that. Or I'm thinking that possibly some of that is because your dad is involved. Your father shows that example of being involved or being knowledgeable, being concerned with what he sees, and obviously he's passed that on to you, and that's something that you can both be proud of. Just like me and Travis.
Yeah, he's intelligent. He's put a lot onto me for good things.
That's great, and that's the direction that we should all take.
You need to help convince your dad to do videos too. We've been trying to do that for a long time.
I think Dennis would be really good at this.
You too.
You know, there's considerations that everybody has to, that does this has to take. Your voice can travel, and it can provide you with a whole lot of pretty little gifts, and it can also provide you with a whole lot of headaches. But you just, you know, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it, and I think it's important.
Let me ask you, Destiny, really quick. I mean, I can tell you, spoiler alert, my answer is I'm still, you know, watching the candidates, but do you have anybody you're leaning more toward as far as the Democratic side of who's currently running for the number one spot for running for president on the Democratic side?
I like Beto.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I like Beto. I like Elizabeth Warren.
Well, I like Beto.
Yeah.
I like him too. I campaigned for him the whole time he's running here for Senate, and I'm still behind him. I've just not committed to him right now because I want to see what everybody has to say. I want to see those debates out there, and everybody's already in this Blue Dot family knows how I feel about Beto. The man can speak like he's just inspirational, and he sees a future for this country, and it excites me to listen to him speak, and so yeah, I'm a big Beto fan too. But I also like.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I have a sticker of him on my window.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you go. He has really attracted the youth vote too. Beto has.
Well, because he's actually making an effort to.
He's not that good looking, but I guess
no.
so.
But he can ride a skateboard. You know, he can ride a skateboard right through Whataburger. That really tickled me when he did that. I just, you know what impressed me about Beto when he ran here in Texas. When that man drove all over this state, this is a big state. Y'all know that living here. You don't drive anywhere in just a few minutes. You know, you're looking at, you know, good 10 hours, 12 hours to get across this state. You know, the sun has risen, the sun has set, and here I am in Texas yet. You're not getting out of here quick. But he traveled to every district, every county in this state. And he campaigned in little towns all over this place. He'd go to some restaurant or stop at a gas station and whatever it was. And he put it out there on social media and whatnot like that. And he knew what he was doing. I was really, I was heartbroken when he didn't win, when we ended up with Ted Cruz. This is Ted Cruz.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yes. Yeah.
But hopefully, if he doesn't get the presidency, hopefully he'll run for Senate again.
I hope
in this time Texas.
If he doesn't take the Senate.
A lot of people are saying, like, you know, oh, he lost. He didn't lose by much.
No.
It was
pretty close race, wasn't it?
It was a real close race. And numbers like that hadn't been seen in Texas since Ann Richards. I mean, he brought out the Democratic vote. It wasn't enough to get there, and some people have a necessity to throw that in my face, like, your man didn't win. Well, kiss my ass. We gave it a hell of a fight, and he came closer than anybody else in this state.
Gerrymandering had a lot to do with it.
I mean, yes, gerrymandering is the big key in this state.
I was shocked to find out that our district goes as far as south of Houston, and I'm just thinking that doesn't sound like it's representing.
Hey, Leo's
everybody. You know, like, because we're, you know, the coastal people. I'm not saying like we're different in people, but it's just like, how does that even work? I don't feel like I associate much with people south of Houston than I do, let's say, you know, Portland, Rockport, all up and down the coast. You know, I don't know. It's just looking at the Texas map. It's just like a big shitstorm. Honestly, I don't know. It's stupid.
I love it. We got everything here, baby. We got the beach, we got the mountains, we got the pine.
I thought you were about to say you love the gerrymandering. I'm like, what are you on?
No. We got a pretty state. We have a pretty state, but it's been gerrymandered to shit. I guess everybody's saying goodnight to Leo. Good night, Leo. Leo's a hockey biker whistle, maybe. Find him.
Good night, Leo.
Everybody,
good night, Leo.
Tell Leo good night. I guess he's headed off to bed. He's out there on the West Coast. I mean the East Coast. He's an hour ahead of me, so I don't blame him for being tired. But yep, baby, I'm telling you, there's a long fight ahead of us still. But I think every day what I'm seeing in the news every day, we're starting to look real good. Things are starting to turn our way. And what is that up there?
What is what?
There's something up there that's...
Oh, hey, how did we miss this? Alora Valadez subscribed to the channel. Thank you.
Alora Valadez subscribed.
Hey, that's my mom.
Oh, man, there
shit.
you go. I recognize the last name. I was fixing to ask.
I didn't want to make a fool of myself and go, oh, that must be kin to y'all, but like, wow.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that tremendously.
That's awesome.
I'm really happy with.
I don't know how we missed that. That was 20 minutes ago. I
see.
apologize. Jeez.
Well, you need glasses.
Yes, I do.
You need glasses.
You need it more than me, though, but I definitely do.
I guess it's getting late out there on the East Coast, so I guess we ought to think about starting to shut her down. Anybody else got anything they want to chime in?
Destiny does. Okay, so you said that I am a part of the future, my generation, and
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is to come.
Uh-huh.
I actually started getting into this. My dad thought I should do this because I started doing these polls on my Instagram story asking people of my age what they thought about certain issues.
Right. I love
And
this.
do you want to know the responses?
Yes, darling. Please.
Okay, so the first one is on pro-life or pro-choice.
Right.
And I had about 250 people do these polls.
Wow. That's pretty good.
From
That's pretty good turnout.
my age group specifically. And most of my generation is pro-choice, and I am glad for that because it's 82%.
Outstanding.
That says that.
I'm surprised it's not higher. I'm surprised it's not.
This
higher.
is true.
But you know.
But I can see.
Pretty dang good.
That is.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
And I can see who said that they are pro-life.
Right.
And most of them are all. I later asked a question if you were a Republican or a Democrat, and most of the people that said no were Republicans.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of younger people, I would assume, much like anywhere else, are affected by the politics in their house. If your parents lean one direction, chances are you take that line. Now, that does not hold all the time, or we would not have a blue dot in a red house. But we do. So, you know, there's a lot of influence goes on, and along with religion and whatnot, that can persuade people to go, no, it's not up to you.
I agree.
You know, but
something I do want to oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead.
Something I do want to touch base on is school shootings, because I am in school, and it's something that we should be more worried about, and we aren't as worried about it
as we should be. Yes. You know, darling,
that was actually of my polls as well, and my question was, should teachers be armed?
Right.
And 74% said no, which I agree with, because some teachers could go crazy and lash out.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's not their
maybe
not
at the
their
least
job.
like elementary kids, but otherwise no. But I have been at school every once in a while, and I do get concerned on whether it's my last day or if something's gonna happen.
And that's pitiful.
And yeah, I shouldn't be scared to go to school.
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to feel that way.
No, not at all.
I can tell you because the majority of my life I was homeschooled, and you know, when I was afraid to go to school, but for different reasons. I was bullied a lot when I went to school. I never once thought for a moment that I would die going to school. I just thought I would get picked on or beat up, and that's incredible. And you know, the thing is, teachers should not. You know, teachers are there to teach. You know, to ask one to be prepared to take someone's life, that's just, you know, it might not be in them. I'm sure they would do it for the safety of their students, but you know, there's so much to going into gun training as is. You know, it's just it's. I'm happy to see that in your studies you find more people don't agree with having teachers armed, because I've always kind of leaned
Teachers
toward
aren't law enforcement. They don't have the training for that stuff.
exactly.
No. And I don't even understand why would we consider putting guns in teachers' hands instead of considering taking guns out of the hands of people that shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
You know,
Ask Donnie about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, ask Mr.
That's a
McConnell about that.
priority
You know,
backwards.
you know, the majority, we see it in the news all the time. The majority of people in the United States, according to the polls, they're all, you know, there's like 80-something% or 90-something% that are for reasonable gun control, and yet we can't even get the simplest shit passed, and that is because it's played politics in our legislature. You know, it's all about who's paying the money. And for years and years, it has been the NRA paying the Republicans to keep this shit. Not only Republicans, Democrats do. They played that game. But now, you know, the continual violence that we see, you know, over and over again, you keep asking yourself, at what point do we, you know, I myself, I thought Sandy Hook, that's it, baby, that's it. They're going to change something. They're going to do something. But no, that wasn't enough. That was big. That was huge. These were small children, and it just tore everybody's heart out. But then it continued, and it happened again.
Yeah, it didn't tear the heart out of the right people, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's sad as we're talking about this. I'm hearing gunfire outside. Fucking living in.
Yes, we have one neighbor down the street's got plenty of money for.
So really quick, let me ask you, Destiny. So you're conducting these polls on Instagram and stuff, right? How long have you been actually up to this? Because this is actually really intriguing, and what a way to actually gauge younger people, you know, within social media. Because like that's a genius idea.
Yeah, it gives you insight to what your friends and your
let me jump in real quick.
Yeah.
The back story to that was she came to me and she said, "Can I ask you a bunch of questions about politics and what your views are?"
Right.
And I said, "Sure." I said, "Sure. And since you're so interested, why don't you come on this John show tomorrow?" Because this was yesterday.
Glad you did.
And she's like, "All right." She reluctantly came on. She was a little nervous, but she's eager to speak her mind and to educate people and inform them too. So I couldn't be more proud of that aspect of
I
it.
bet not as a daddy. I bet not. I'm
need
proud
more,
as Travis.
We need more young kids to do that.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. It is, and it's important that they do it. And it's not that it has to become the main focus in their life, because when you're 17, 18 years old, things are going to really crank up, and you know, life is going to present you a lot of adventures out there. And
a lot of stress.
A lot of stress. So don't make it.
A lot of stress.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, because like a lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody because that's ignorant, but it seems like a lot of adults can tend to like overlook the stress hood that is of being a young adult. You know, it can be really easy to forget, like, you know, even though it's like, oh, you're a kid, you don't know the stress of being an adult. It's like, no, there's a lot of things that can add up in a kid's life or young adult's life or teenage life that, you know, I mean, stress is stress, you know, it's like you can't choose when to feel stress or not. So
it's a different type of stress than what we grew up with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Most of my stress.
It's very different.
I grew up in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
You didn't worry about somebody shooting you.
No. Maybe you had to worry about a fight.
You would go to high school. The guys would pull up in a pickup truck. They had rifles in the back of their car. Yeah. Nobody worried about that. There was nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
No, it didn't cross anybody's
We're
mind.
hunting after school.
Yeah, exactly.
We need better gun control. I think that we need to do more backgrounds and research on the people that we're giving guns to, and we also need to limit the type of guns that we should be allowed to have.
I agree with you 100%.
Type, and I think the amount also goes into it. You know, I mean, you find people who's got hundreds of guns.
Yeah.
What the hell does one guy need hundreds of guns for?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the war that plays out in his mind, I guess. You know, has been my argument. that it's the
Mindset,
love
though,
of the
now.
gun that it has gotten out of hand, and especially with an AR. You know, this is the weapon that they love. They love. They've seen it on
That
Rambo.
should have
It's
never
in the
been-
movies. It's what our
That should have never been on the market to start with.
right. Never should have been. There was no reason
No.
to put that kind of gun on the market. Oh, but you know, John,
Not
it's a
with that.
semi-automatic. Blah 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 bullshit. Put a bump stock on there. What do you got? And right now, ATF is trying to chase down thousands of conversion kits for AR-15s to make them full auto. The little mechanism inside the weapon itself that changes it from a semi to a full auto. That's scary as shit.
Of course it is.
It's
Yeah,
that
that's
love
John.
affair. It's that love affair. It's that you know, I got to get ready for the civil war that's coming. No, there ain't no civil war coming. There's not going to be a civil war. If there was any outbreak anywhere of any kind of violence, it would be treated just like any other mass shooting that we have in this country. The police would respond. It would be put down. That's what we're looking at. You know, these
Yeah.
you know, that's what I'm hoping happens, that we don't go that route. We don't need to do that. We have a constitutional
Let's get back to
remedy.
Destiny and her little survey, because that's pretty interesting.
Yes, it is. She did an outstanding job.
What else did you survey?
I actually have a lot on here. Hold on.
That's what I
Okay.
like to hear.
Yeah, I got a lot on there. Dennis, you're doing a
Yeah,
fine job, buddy.
Just wanted to say, I've never seen anybody sport an AR-15 except gun enthusiasts demonstrating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hear him right
I
now.
mean, for something like that, yeah, but the everyday guy shouldn't be able to go down here to the local gun store and buy an AR-15
No.
because he
There's
wants
no
one.
reason
I mean,
for
it's
There's
buy the
no-
100-round drum mag. That shit.
Yeah.
There's no. You can't hunt like that.
No, you
No.
definitely
Not enough
can't.
meat.
I don't want to eat what you shoot with that.
Hell no.
You
Well,
know.
see, like what Destiny brought up is a really
take the lead out
interesting
of your
point is, you know, like if I go back, let's say I'm going to go back 15 years ago, I wouldn't have cared what kind of gun people owned. That changed drastically after all these mass shootings started. And the
Exactly,
problem
yeah.
is because of the lack of background checks, the lack of common sense gun laws, which gun owners should really be in for because,
Lack of common sense across the board, actually.
yeah, exactly.
Well, they ought to close the gun show loophole.
Gun show
Gun
loophole.
show
and-
loophole is the biggest thing. Anybody can walk into a gun show with cash, walk out with any gun you want.
Yeah.
That
It's me.
sucks.
Settle down.
There is no reason for that. You know, and our legislators fight against that shit all the time. No, that's the right to bear arms. That's the person's right to bullshit. Bullshit.
She found her questions.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so I've already mentioned the pro, which was the 82 to 18%. The next one I asked was if the death penalty is cruel.
Ooh, that's a juicy
Boy,
question.
That's getting right out there. What was the results on that?
The result was it was pretty close. 60% said no, and 40% said
It's about nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right.
What is your opinion on it, Destiny?
I actually asked this question because I was watching a Ted Bundy movie on Netflix.
Right.
Oh, I've been hearing
So-
about that one.
It's so good. Please watch it.
I'll have to bring it up with me and next time me and Rose have a movie night. Yeah, we'll definitely watch it.
I remember the story. Yes. Yeah, that's. you know,
I think the death penalty is cruel. I feel like every human, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, you should have your rights.
right.
In-
I'm not going to disagree with you.
If I look at it in a way of, like, I'll be an asshole for a second here. It's costing money whether they're going to be put to death or left in prison for the rest of their life. You know, we spend so much money keeping people on death row for years upon years upon years upon years. And I don't know. Some of them even die before they even get to the point of the death penalty. It's I don't know. It's a difficult
well, the law
one.
has a lot to they almost have unlimited appeal time. So
Right.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I think
Then again-
I think they need to narrow that down.
Yeah.
Then again, you have the ones that come up with DNA evidence that shows that they are not guilty of it.
Right.
Yes.
I mean,
That's,
They're still being put to death because that's what they were charged.
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, there's a story in the news right now. A gentleman that I think
About it,
spent
yeah.
45 years in prison or something for a murder he did not commit, and I think he's getting a
seen about
payout.
that.
For the time spent, I think he's getting about $1.5 million. But like he said himself, that he's happy to get that money and change his life and make things better. But is it worth it? No, you can't put a
because
price on that.
Probably the age he's at, he ain't gonna be able to go out and find a job anyway.
No, and he shouldn't have to. But you're right. The number of people that we have seen falsely convicted, and that's what's the old adage? It's better to let 10 people go than to execute one.
Innocent.
One person that's innocent. It's
There's a guy on death row right now that has been proven innocent, and they're going to go ahead and execute him.
that's
wrong.
that's what's wrong with the system. And Travis is right.
System
Keep
needs to
somebody
change
on death
something.
row costs a whole lot more money than putting him out there in general population. I don't. Just put him out in general population. Just put them out there and do away with that death row thing. If you're up for the death penalty, well, if you make it to death row, well, I guess you're lucky you survive the prison. You look how many people get killed in prison. The idea that we have to keep pushing in our head is we have to stop having that conveyor belt of people going into prison. And I'm getting off on a tangent because all of a sudden my mind went to a story I read here the other day here in Texas. I looked up, I Googled prisons in Texas, and then I Googled private prisons in Texas, and holy shit.
I'm starting to think that you guys disagree with me on that one.
On the death
But-
penalty?
Yes.
No, it's I don't hedge. I'm against the death penalty, but if you ask me, have I seen people that deserved it? Yeah, unfortunately in my life I have. But it's the old adage of are we the ones that are supposed to take that life? Listen to all we're going through over the pro-life choice down here, and I mean that we're having that we just discussed. Well, if you're pro-life, you're pro-life all the way through, from beginning to end. Do I think there have been
pro-life?
Crimes? Yeah. Well,
and you think people should?
I lost you, Destiny.
All right. So, if someone is pro-life, I think that you should not kill people for the death penalty, because to me, I feel like everybody has a choice. Like, even if you are, for example, a psychopath serial killer,
right,
if you're going to be in jail, I think once they tell you how long you're going to be in there and what you're charged with and all of that, I think they should choose if they just want to get out of here, let them get the death penalty, or they could stay in there, because sometimes eventually you get a chance to get out.
Even with heinous crimes, there are possibilities that somebody could get back out. I would tend to lean on the side of doing away with the death penalty, and if the crime is that heinous, that bad, it's life without parole. In Louisiana, where I come from, life meant life. When they gave you life in Louisiana, baby, you're going to die in prison. There's no 20 years. There's no time. When you're sentenced to life, that's what you get. And so yes, have we seen crimes that deserve that? Yes, you bet your ass. I've seen that should be life without parole. No chance.
There's people out there should never get back out on the street.
That's right. There are people out there that should never be back out.
Lanston before he died.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I mean, there's people that deserve the death penalty, but when we're born, we come with those basic rights, and we shouldn't get those stripped away
that's a good way to
because
say
of
it.
something that we.
I mean, if you follow, like we was just saying, if you're pro-life, well, then how can you be for the death penalty?
And how can you be for things like war? You know, think about it. Yeah. It's, you know, and I have to say, Destiny, like for me, like I've thought about this often because it's like when I see things like the Sandy Hook, you know, is that guy still in prison? Still, like, I think he's still living, you know, and it's like.
He was mentally, he had mental.
Oh, of course, issues. Mental issues.
He had mental issues. Well, he was. But I mean, he should not have been in a house that had AR-15s. Just
no, there was a lot of things that that should have been done. But my point being is, if there was anybody I would want to see put to death, it would be someone like that. But at the same time, I won't go into it too much because I really want to hear more about your studies. There was a story that I got into. It was a video game actually, and it had an ending that was very sudden and very unfulfilling, and it was about getting redemption. And you know, after you killed this individual who killed your family, it was like, well, now what? It's nothing really came from it. So yeah, I kind of lean more on the side of the death penalty shouldn't be a thing, but at the same time, you know, I can see where it could be hard for some people to let go of anger so easily. So I guess that'll always be a really touchy one, but I'm really impressed though that you ask these kind of questions.
For me, I'm just a sensitive person, and I believe in people. I believe in the good in people, no matter who they are, what they do.
Same.
But I don't think people should be killed, but I think there's a line.
Yeah.
For example, if Hitler was here today, he needs the death penalty.
Yeah.
Well, that's you know, we could all look through history and
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Destiny. Extreme crimes against humanity is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
On a scale
Yes.
like that, yes.
It's like, you know, Bin Laden, for example, Hitler.
Mussolini.
Yeah.
Genocidal maniacs.
Yes, exactly. Someone who's too dangerous to be kept alive for the potential of them ever getting out.
Yeah. Well, society has to take care of itself. You know, society has to have you know, laws and rules to live by. And you face the consequences. The death penalty is who's there to judge.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all judge the crime, but putting somebody to death, that's a final act.
There's no turning back there.
Yeah, the person that does that, it affects a lot of people. You know, it affects the person that does it. It affects a lot of people. It causes a lot of pain. Yeah, I'd say just let them rot in jail. If they're that much of a big asshole and they did something real bad, rot in jail. It's not going to bother me.
Yeah.
You know.
Really quick, before we go any further, or before we log off, I really am curious if you have any more really good polls that you've done, because this is getting really good. Like, again, I am very impressed.
I have a bunch of them.
Oh, that's
Go
good.
for it.
Good. What's your next?
This one, my dad said y'all might get fired up about this one, but I guess we'll see. We might have to argue. I don't know.
Bring it.
Yeah, let's see.
So one of my polls, this one is a really big one for me, and I don't think people should be judged at all. But I asked on my story, should gay marriage remain legal?
Yes.
And the results I got were 88% said yes, it should, and 12% said.
Well, 12% of people are assholes. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what that is.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that the number is that high.
I like that being that high.
Yes, and this was out of around 100 people.
You know, in this group, I don't think you're going to get any argument on that.
No, of course.
Should gay marriage be allowed? Oh, hell yes. And it ain't up to anybody else who you marry, who you love, who you know, all of that, that's personal stuff. When you're talking about somebody's sex life, what sex they identify as, what, this is personal shit. And I don't think any of us have
It has
the right.
nothing to do with anyone else.
Nothing to do with anybody else. This is strictly
If you want me to get fired up, it would be just talking about the ignorance in Texas, or not all of Texas, but Texas is one of them up top, where we have
a lot of homophobes.
Yes, we do, and unfortunately,
Because we're a Republican state, that's why.
Yeah, and
Get their panties in a wad in every sense of the way on that.
And in fairness, there I meant fired up as in excited about the topic to talk about it.
Oh yeah, well no,
this is one we're probably all behind.
Yeah, no, and I get what you're saying.
It's a basic right of the government has no right to tell anybody who they should love and who they're allowed to love.
Yeah,
and the laws need to be changed in totality, because when two people love each other, whether it be two men or two women, it's not only a love issue, it's a financial issue, it's a legal issue. There's laws that prevent a same-sex spouse from enjoying certain rights, and like if they're in the hospital or the financial dealings and stuff, it has to be across the board. It has to be in every state in this country.
Yeah,
there can be no.
Hey, Natalie with the rainbow hearts. I like that.
There you go.
Natalie Palumbo.
Yeah, she's up in New York City.
Yes.
Lord, she's having a life, baby. She's doing a lot with Sirius XM, and she's been working on the Beatles channel a lot. Bless your heart for that, Natalie. Who doesn't love the Beatles? And
Natalie.
I tease her because I'm enjoying her life up there in New York City. It looks like it's just exciting.
I have a lot of friends because when you go to things like video game and anime conventions, you meet all sorts of walks of life in the LARP community and all that other stuff. And I know a lot of people in the LGBTQ community, and it's probably one of the most passionate topics in my life because I know so many people who are affected by it daily, whether it be at their jobs, whether it be amongst their family, or how the government treats them. And what I can't stand, and this is just where I draw the line, because I know a lot of people who are religious, and they're nice, genuine people who support the LGBTQ community. But one of the biggest players in all of this shit is, my religion says you can't be the way you are. You can't feel, you can't love the way you are. It's
the gay out of you.
It's a choice that you're making here, and it's just so it just makes me so mad, because it's like, no, you don't care about the love. Yeah, you don't care about the love interest. You care about what goes on in the bedroom, whether things happen or not, and it's just, boy, talk about people who are deranged and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if that's what you're focused on,
you got a problem.
What's that, Belda?
Look at, just remember this. A lot of the people that have gone crazy on the gay community, the whole community, they're gay too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tell me how the hell that works.
Love is love, baby. Love is love.
And you shouldn't be ashamed of that, whoever you are.
Whoever you are.
And don't let others bring you down.
If you're
for
lucky
that
enough
shit.
to find a partner in life that loves you as much as you love them, doesn't matter if they're the same sex or not. You found a partner, baby. That's what it's about. It's love is love, baby. You can't tell the heart what it wants.
It's not like gay is something new. Jesus Christ, that's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Forever. It's
again, it's one of those conversations that we shouldn't be having in the year 2019.
It's the same discussion that we have with women's issues and gay issues. It's a religious belief that the other side always comes up with. Well, God says you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be. Well, which God is that?
Just like people saying, well, I don't know any gays. They would be surprised.
Oh, yeah, they know.
Exactly.
They know them. Unfortunately, those people probably are in the closet because of their attitude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
everybody
that is gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've
All right.
seen.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
But I have one more thing that was a poll that I think is another big topic. I mean, a lot of them are big topics, but this one's more of, it affects me.
Right.
So I asked if college was overpriced and overrated. and these people are all my age or around my age, and 88% said that yes, college is overrated, and 12% said no.
I cannot believe 12% would say it's not overpriced. I'm glad the number is high on people who think it's overpriced, but it's like, oh, those are the rich kids. Those are the rich kids.
I go to the place where
I could actually tell you if they are rich kids because I know who voted.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, if you've got
there
enough.
is 11 total that said no, and then there's 79 that.
Man,
it is. We should not burden. You know, we say it all the time. The most important thing we can do for give them a good education. They need a college education because nowadays in today's world, technology and everything the way it is, you have to have that degree. Well, if that's what they have to have, then why don't we give that to them? You know, I'm all for the free college, especially community colleges. Are you shitting me? Our taxes are already paying for that.
You got to make it reasonable, you know.
Yeah.
No, at least
community colleges and trade colleges
should be at no cost.
Yeah.
God,
You
just
know,
the
we
welder
could divert
needs
our.
to make good money.
Oh, I know it, baby. I know it. Just turning some of our resources towards that would do so much for our future. If we would assure that the kids that we insist have that education, get that education, you know, and not dependent upon whether or not you have money in the family or not, and whether or not you get bought into a big college or stuff. That's, you know, going to happen to a very small percentage of people. The rest of them are all going to be battling their ass. I was tickled to death to see at Morehouse College the person that was giving the commencement speech paid off everybody's student loans. It's going to be up in the millions of dollars that old boy's going to pay.
Amazing, wasn't it?
That
40
was
million.
that was just amazing, and that same thing could be done all across this country.
Yeah.
You know, and
I seen a thing a couple of days. One of the kids that was going to that school dropped out because he couldn't afford it.
Ain't that sad? That's sad. And there you go. It's yeah, I was really impressed with that old boy. He stepped up and really made a difference in a lot of people's life. It will allow them to go ahead and pursue a life rather than having most of their damn income taken away in bills.
Yeah, that's exactly what
He
happened.
wasn't a white man.
And it's pitiful because we're making money off the kids. You know, it's just sad. So yeah, I'm all behind free education, community college, all the way up through college.
Yeah.
This is why we need Beto.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with you, baby. But that is going farther than you think. A lot of people are talking about this because of the fact, it's one of the things that we say we should be doing.
Yeah.
And so let's hope it continues that way.
I think, yeah, because it affects. Oh, what, Velda?
So does Destiny have any more from her polls?
I could do this all
yeah,
night.
I have a ton, but I mean, I don't know when y'all show it.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, just pick another one because they're about to wrap.
Yeah,
we were supposed to have wrapped a long time ago, but I wanted to hear more from what you
Destiny,
got.
let me ask you, what are you doing on Tuesday and Thursday nights, dear? Because we do this every Tuesday and Thursday night. We'd be tickled to death to have your voice in here. You know,
Very
You
exciting.
only do
we're tickled to
Tuesdays
death
and
to have your
Thursday
daddy's
nights.
voice
I thought you did this every day.
every day.
Well, Dad does his rants on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we do a live show Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Sunday. So
We threw the sometimes
sense,
Sunday in there because sometimes we don't. Something comes up and it's the weekend and things happen. But
Refreshing, Destiny.
I just want
Very
to put a
interesting.
small
I like this.
disclaimer in there that I didn't coach her on any of this. This is all her thoughts. That questionnaire she came up with yesterday, she came to me and said, "Hey, can I ask you questions?" And I was my first notice about it. So this is all from her.
that
You're proud, man.
why don't we do this? Why don't we just make it a thing? Destiny, we're going to be live Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have your stuff together. If you were an adult, I'd say get your shit together, and be ready, and then pick out some of these like you're doing right now, or any other topic you think is essential, and and we'll get the perspective from your.
And
from
of
your
course,
end.
that's only if you want to.
Yes, if you want to.
That's only if you want to.
Qualifier. But it seems like everybody's enjoying your voice here.
Yeah, the chat has actually been blowing up with, like Monica Burns just right. Destiny needs to come back.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank
You know, it's like,
not
Very
only
interesting. I enjoyed this.
yeah, same.
that's what we like to do. That's what we want to keep doing, is make this a family discussion, and the family's large, and we're all ages, and young or old, we're all in this together.
Just sitting around saying what we want.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
let
to
you all
hear what
vote.
the generation has to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, and honestly, because again, not saying that there's too much of a generation gap, but I don't know what it's like to be in the school system anymore. I'm 28. I've been away from that for so long. Issues change over time. So it's like having
a lot.
Yeah, so having someone who's actually experiencing these things firsthand is better than anybody else can ever say. People who dictate what the rules and laws are, they can only know so much, but the firsthand experiences that it is being a high school student. So, yeah, if you feel so inclined to ever want to come back and share something, please, come on back. And if you don't want to do another live setting, but you want to contribute somehow, you can always reach out to me and we can see how we can get your voice out there and all that. And this is just another thing, trying to nudge your dad to do something too, because he was always talking about potentially trying to do rants. But I think if y'all two teamed up and did something together, that would be badass.
Oh, wow.
He just told me that.
Y'all should.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I would watch the
Yeah.
shit out of y'all.
Team Blue Dot
Watch
Family.
it, John. Your ratings will go down.
Yeah, that's all right, buddy. That's okay. I'll give them up. I'll give them up.
Well, it's not even about the ratings. We're all in this
Yeah.
together.
I know.
so-
I just had to
Yeah,
throw
no,
that in there.
that's,
Oh yeah,
that's-
no. I understood. I understood.
I hope everybody that opens their mouth has the response that I got. I wish every one of them would, because it is an amazing feeling, and it makes you feel good, but it also makes you realize that that this conversation that we're having here is going on across this country, all over the place. Like I said, even people that never even heard of
all over the world.
all over the world, baby, and
Yes, yeah.
it's important. And the more voices, the better, because I always say the only thing that we have out here is our voice and our vote. And if we don't use both of them, we're going to lose, baby, and we'll lose a lot.
We need to listen to the younger generation, because we're not going to
Yeah.
be around forever.
Oh, shit, no.
Right.
I ain't got that many years left in me. I'm trying to make these
Neither do I.
my memorable years. This is, this is when I get to sit down and have fun. It's I'm lucky that it's older people like me. We're lucky in the respect that we can devote more time to it now. That I don't go punch a clock anymore, and don't have to get up in steel-toed shoes every morning and dash out the door. This is my job now.
But I think as long as we got people like Destiny here doing what she's doing, I think we're gonna be okay.
I think we'll be fine.
Like, no joke. You may not
So you and
notice
your
it,
daddy-
but it's like you're doing a good service to your country, understanding the people who are within it, and that is badass. So
You're badass, Destiny.
Oh
yes.
wow,
And we all think it, darling. We really want to thank you for coming on here, and thank your daddy for encouraging that kind of involvement with his children.
I was really scared to come on here because I have really big anxiety, and I thought that everybody was gonna hate me on here.
Oh, we do, but we're not going
guess
to tell you.
Oh no.
We're all going to hate
Oh,
you,
yeah,
but we're
of
not
course.
going to tell you.
Here,
That's all.
Destiny,
No,
let me let
baby,
you in,
it's-
let me let you in on a little secret. I don't talk about this much, so this will probably be the only time it'll ever be on air. I actually live with crippling anxiety myself.
does.
I don't like to talk about it much because there's a lot of things I wish I can do better as a human and as a son and all that other stuff, around the house, and it prevents me from doing a lot of things. I get terrified doing this show every single night, but I also know that I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I'm doing a great service or something, but I'm a part of something that really needs to be taken care of, and that overrides the anxiety every single time. But no, I completely get why you feel that, or I completely understand where you're coming from, and with that being said, I really thank you for coming on tonight, because that took a lot of bravery to do what you did, and you did excellent.
Did excellent.
So,
Not only excellent with your voice, but you had material, baby.
yes.
You had
and facts.
Something to say.
And you taught us all something, because again, we wouldn't know about those percentages of people that you talk to that are in your community.
Yeah,
so,
your peer group.
Yes.
Yeah.
So seriously, thank you so much.
Who's going to call in here and tell a bunch of old people anything? Nobody. So we're glad you did.
People my age.
Well, just make it a thing.
Again?
I actually don't get along with people my age that well, because I don't know, I guess I come off old.
I had the same problem when I was younger.
That's the pitfall of delving into information and finding out the truth about things, is because when you find out things, you go, hey, that ain't right, and you want to fix it. And that's what delving into all of this does, whether it be a woman's right to choose, the homeless situation, whatever you want to talk about, that issue, once you start learning about it, there's something in you that, if you're a good person, that makes you want to say, we ought to change that and make it better. And so that's what we're all doing. That's what this is all about. That's what the conversation is about. The more people talk, and I encourage it all the time for those out there to reach out in the comments. If you see somebody that made a comment you like, or lives in a town that you used to live in, reach out and say something. It's just a great way to bind the family together and to make this whole family grow.
And to prove that people care, because I'm getting comments now out the wazoo. We got Monica Burns, who says, I have anxiety and depression too. Carrie, who runs an awesome sports show, goes,
he does.
I get scared with cams, but I overcome my fears. And he does a sports show. What is it,
Sports NATO.
Yeah, that's almost like every week, I think.
He does a great job at it too.
Yeah. And again, more people are just saying that you need to come back. Barbara Hernandez says, thanks, Destiny.
Got two blue dots, baby.
Yeah.
So overall, I think you're a hit, Destiny. I think you're a hit, darling.
Give her a 10.
Talk in a platform like this than facing an audience face on, in which people freeze, and I know I do.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would not go out with people seeing me and everything. That's not.
I've suggested before that even people that don't want to put themselves on camera, if you just want to use your voice, you could put your camera at some pretty scenery, or whatever it is you want to point your camera at, and then just use your voice. It's the message that comes through.
And there's also something else you can do that's just as powerful. It's what I do. Just type it out. It normally comes out better anyway, because you have the time to really think about what it is that you want to say.
My words are much better when I write them, rather than let them escape out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is a little after 10 o'clock at night here in Central Standard Time, so I guess we're going to go ahead. Actually,
on my laptop it says 9:05.
Oh well, I got
not 9:05 here though. The laptop's wrong.
Oh, I was about to.
4:55.
I was about to say, wait, what? It's not 10 o'clock.
What time is it on the computer over there?
It's 10:05.
Yeah, well, that's what it says.
That is hilarious.
On a laptop.
It's 8 o'clock where I'm at.
Kiss off. You're early.
You got here early, Bud One Man.
You got here early, Bud Man. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that came through here tonight and lended their voice to this conversation. It's a conversation we all need to have. We all need to keep it going. And I really appreciate those that step up and do. And Destiny, you're one of them now. Look at there. It says Destiny's a 10. Baby, I'm telling you, made a hit.
Oh yes.
So come back. Your dad's here all the time. We appreciate him being here, and we appreciate his voice, and we would appreciate yours. So, come back.
This book says it's 8:05.
And if your dad hasn't told you enough,
in Alabama it's like 1830s.
Her point, just like
in China, it's probably like the book.
Yes.
Like your father, we are all proud of you tonight for using your voice, and I'm going to say that for everybody. And So thanks a lot, Destiny. Thank you, Dennis, for
Yeah, I
being
actually
the
got
dad
really
that you are.
excited when Dennis was like,
Oh,
This
yeah,
went
yeah.
way beyond what I expected. I didn't expect her to say much, and I'm so proud. I'm just
I bet
freaking-
you are, buddy.
I don't
We're
know
all
what to say. I'm
bringing for her
speechless.
tonight.
And you ought to be.
Yes, yes. Something to be
Job.
proud of. What's that, Budman?
And she done a fantastic
She
job.
did. She did.
But she did.
I just want to say I made that.
Take credit where credit's due, buddy. That's right. I made that. I did that. Yes, I know that feeling. All right, people. I'm going to go ahead and call it a light night and go out there and visit my wife before we head off to bed. So, Dennis, Destiny, we really appreciate y'all's voice tonight. As a father-daughter team, it made it that much even better. So, Budman, Belda, I appreciate y'all's voice. Andy, we're glad he stopped by, and give a pause, because it's the most precious thing you can do for any one of us that try to use our voice is the time that it takes to listen to us. So that is the most precious thing that you can give any one of us, and I'm so thankful that y'all have given me the opportunity to do that. But give that ear to people like Dennis and Destiny. Give it to Randy Kervin, to Leo Sahaki, Richard Anderson, to those people out there that are trying their best to spread the message of unity, not only within our party, but in the world we live in, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thanks to all our, I'm pointing the wrong way again. Look at that. Thanks to all our Patreon members. What's that, Dennis?
I need to give out her Instagram in case people wanted to follow her.
oh yes,
Oh, yes, I'm
absolutely.
sorry.
Destiny, please
Destiny,
plug
please.
yourself.
Oh, but baby, you're going to get a lot of follows. Go ahead.
I already, but okay. All right.
Sorry.
Is everybody on Instagram? Yes. All right. So it's LOCAL, local, DES, des, local.
Local Des.
It's
DES.
kind of cute.
I like it.
I like it. Local Des.
Another creative username. That was a topic in conversation earlier today.
Local
It's like a
Des.
like.
And that's on Instagram, right? So you.
And shout out to Natalie because she puts a lot of hearts and I like it. And also
Natalie's
to
a
Lone Wolf
sweetheart.
because he's
There you go.
and my mom.
And your
Yes.
mom. And your mom. And we want to thank your mom for subscribing to our channel tonight. So it's a party all around tonight, baby. We're all going out of here feeling good tonight.
We should celebrate.
That's what
Yes.
we'll do. So if y'all could jump on Instagram and Local Des, give her a follow and see what she's talking about and taking her pulse and stuff. Maybe you can participate.
I'm talking about my outfits
Oh, yeah.
and my face.
There you go.
I bet it's a pretty face, darling. I bet it's a pretty face. It got to beat that one of your daddies. Right?
Oh yeah, you don't even have to go on. You don't even have to go follow me. If you want to see what my face looks like,
I'll
just
post
go on.
a picture in Disco here in a minute.
There you go. Well,
She just went to prom last weekend.
Oh, wow. So how did that go? Have a good prom?
Trash.
Oh, good.
I don't like social events at all.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's Travis.
Anxiety. I don't
He
like
doesn't
it.
wanna go.
I
Unless
look
it's
cute, though.
RealmsCon.
Well, no. Even then, it's like a battle of. I mean, because I don't like leaving home, but I got a job to do. I got a video gig to do. And it's not that I don't like hanging out with people. It's just I don't like big crowds.
You
Shit.
just like your mom and daddy and your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're home buddies. That's what we are. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate everybody coming by tonight. Thank you to all our Patreon members and those that donate to the show through Super Chat and whatnot. Your generosity just fills our heart, and we appreciate it tremendously. And like, share, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. But push the message, baby, and do the best that you can every day. Be the best you that you can be. And like Andy and Candy Guidry, if you can find you a little niche where you can make a little, donation in life, we'll do that. Make somebody else's life a little bit better. It's all better for all of us. Anyway, rambling on now. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all later. Bye now.